Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Welcome to this State of the Channel address. I feel very insane doing that whole intro there. I came up with that today while working. I feel that was one of my better intros for these live streams. So, yeah, here I am. It's President Leg Oliver, everybody. Obviously, that was a parody of the Donald Trump State of the Union address, which took place last night, and all that good stuff there. So, all right, I just completely lost my train of thought there for a second. Hello, everybody. It's the State of the Channel address tonight here in February stream. Burp there for a second. How are you guys doing? How is everybody in the chat right now? I just saw someone say that the audio output was too quiet. Is that a problem for you guys? Because I'm using my microphone as this here webcam right here. Hello, everybody. This right here, because I did recently get a new webcam. If you can't tell from the upgraded video quality. It is still in 4:3, which proves that the issue for the 4:3 aspect ratio is not because of the camera. It's because of the audio, or not the audio, the software, OBS. That's the issue. I need to look up how to change the video settings for that, but hopefully at some point I will do that. You see a lot of people. Yay! It's President Lego Lover. Madam Speaker, President Lego Lover 117. Oh God, jeez, Henry, don't even. Dolphin Dude 1, Mega AJ Funk, Mason Day. Hello, Gum Robber. Hello, All Hail Lord Harry. Hello, hello, everybody. Henry says it's a little quiet. I don't quite know what to do to fix that. Let me just listen to it back. I don't quite know what to do to fix that. Let me just. Yeah, it is a little quiet. Hang on. Let me try this camera's mic instead. Now I'm on the other webcam's mic. Is this any better? Let's listen in. This camera's mic instead. Now I'm on the other webcam's mic. Is this any better? Let's see. Now that I'm listening to that, that one doesn't sound as nice. Let's try. Let's go back to this camera's mic, which is hello right here. What if we try lowering the camera audio? Maybe that'll work. If not, then you guys can hear me, obviously, so that's not an issue. It's just a little too quiet, I guess you could say. Let's switch screens here. Let's go to the lay video screen, as I like to call it. Hello, 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 everybody. Fred the Orange Coal Car 2004, hello to you. Hello, Dolphin Dude, Dizzy Dark, Aaron Vasquez. Pretty much all the fans that I know and love very deeply are here tonight. So thank you for attending the State of the Channel address. Will you talk about that Jake guy on Twitter? Asks Lord Harry. I will. Probably later on in the stream when I do want to have some guests in this stream. I don't want this to be just me, but I want to get the State of the Channel out of the way first, because while this is a parody of that, there will be a state of the channel address here tonight. So just to outline some plans that I have going forward and some confusion that seemed to happen from the update video I posted a few weeks ago. So, aw, Lego Lover loves me. I love all of you. Not in a gay way, or in a sexual way, or anything like that. Just a normal Christian Jesus love. That's what I'm supposed to do. So, I hate when I start streaming and I get the hiccups. It's like the worst feeling out there. Other than being, I don't know, killed. It's probably bad. If you do a state of the channel address, I will stand up and clap no matter what. I ain't gonna be no AOC. I appreciate that, Henry. I appreciate that very much. Very much so. Yeah, don't be the Democratic women where all you did was sit for everything that was good and then you clap for yourselves. Just saying. And also rewatched a Lego movie. Cool, Dolphin Dude. I probably won't have time to rewatch that before I see the sequel this weekend. If you love us, then why don't you check out one video from each of us? Because, Gum Robert, if I did that, well, I wouldn't pass college. Your channel inspired me to keep collecting Thomas Home Media. Well, that's really awesome, Mason Day. You guys don't know how much that kind of stuff makes my day when I hear somebody say, well, you inspired me to start collecting. That just warms my heart. Like, not in a joking way. Like, that actually makes me feel good. Do I like Rambo 3? Asked Dolphin Dude. Haven't watched it in a few years. I haven't watched it in a long time, actually. I do want to rewatch all the Rambos leading up to Rambo 5 coming out. I think it's next year. Maybe it's this year. I don't remember. I follow Sylvester Stallone on Instagram, so he's been posting about Rambo 5 and such. I'm seeing Lego Movie 2 this Sunday. Cool, Aaron. I don't know when I'm seeing it. I'll probably see it. I can't see it Friday night. I've got a prior obligation on Friday night, so I'll probably see it Saturday. See if I can get some people to go with me to see it. So, I'm excited for it, nonetheless. Are you excited for the new Avengers movie? Yes, Max More Creations. Yes. Excited out of my mind. I'll say this. The Super Bowl ad pumped me up. I don't care what anybody says about that first trailer. That first trailer is not a very good trailer. It didn't excite me in any way. That advertisement for the Super Bowl pumped me up. I'm amazingly excited for that. Origins Wolverine is Lego Lover's favorite film from 2009. That is fake news, Dolphin Dude. Gotta tell you that. Fake news. What came out in 2009? Let's see. Let's see if I can find another film that's better than X-Men Origins Wolverine. Films in 2009. Let's see. Avatar. I saw that. Didn't care for it. Inglourious Basterds. Okay, Inglourious Basterds. That's my favorite movie from 2009. We also had Sherlock Holmes, which I've seen, and it's okay. Watchmen, which is not good. Oh, Star Trek. How could I forget Star Trek? Star Trek 2009. No, that's my favorite from 2009. Inglourious Basterds is good, but I completely forgot about Star Trek. Fast and Furious. Yeah, right. Bad Lieutenant. Terminator Salvation. The Proposal. All of these I have not seen. Well, The Proposal I haven't seen. All the other ones I have seen. So. Oh. Quick question. Shazam or Captain Marvel? I'm going to answer that in two ways. I'm going to answer that in the first way by saying I believe you're talking about the films. Captain Marvel all the way. Shazam looks good, but after Aquaman was a complete cinematic failure, in my opinion, I don't care about DC anymore. Shazam looks good. I think it could be good, but Aquaman just sucked. And then in terms of names for the specific character of Shazam from DC, because he's named both Shazam and Captain Marvel, I'd go with Shazam. In the November stream, you showed The Lion King, and just a few weeks ago, I got the Diamond Edition Blu-ray version in a DVD case, and the disc have artwork on it. Cool, Gum Robber. Crimson 2091. Happy birthday! Last time I checked, Henry, it's not too. I almost said something different. I almost said 2009. um, no, Henry. Last time I checked, it's not July 4th, so it's not my birthday. So sorry to tell you that. Fast and Furious over X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'd agree with that, Dolphin dude. I hate all 4 Fast and Furious films leading up to 5. 5 was the actually like legit good one, but the first one, legit good one. Do you think U.S. Thomas fans should have complete series DVDs? Yes, Mason Day, I do think that, but unfortunately we're not going to get them because Mattel has said goodbye to the Thomas and Friends physical media range, and that sucks. I would love to have them, but unfortunately we're not going to get them because they wouldn't sell well. Is Rambo 2008 bloody AF? Yes, Dolphin Dude. You haven't seen it yet, I'm guessing? It's stupid, but it's really good. There's one scene where Rambo gets behind a giant rail gun, I guess you could say, and turns at least a small army of dunes of goons into nothing but bloody pulps. It is great. Will you see the Joker movies coming out this year? Yes, I will. I'm curious about it. Do you know Jacob? I do, Henry. He's kind of an asswipe. Do I like seasons 10 and 11? Haven't seen them in their entirety, so I can't say. What do you think about the NFL halftime performance without Sweet Victory? I'm not as angry about it as other people would be, but I am a little bit mad that we were teased by it and uh, it didn't happen. We got some crappy rap song. This rap is crap, kids. Remember that? I mean, I'd buy complete seasons 1 through 7 if they were released in the U.S. So would I, Henry. I had the idea for, like a complete classic series Thomas um, Blu-ray set that included seasons 1 through 6, actually, because I don't like season 7. 1 through 6 in a complete classic series collection on Blu-ray remastered and looking amazing, but that's probably not going to happen. First Blood is an amazing classic. Are you excited for Toy Story 4? The more I see of it, I'm more open to the idea. I thought Toy Story 3 ended it perfectly, but the more I see from it, I'm more keen, I guess you could say. I'm not completely opposed from it. Will you see Dark Phoenix and New Mutants? I will see Dark Phoenix. I'm excited for Dark Phoenix, even though I hear it's a disaster. But I'm excited for it nonetheless. I won't see New Mutants because I do not like horror. I don't want horror in my superhero films. I don't agree with the concept of horror. I think horror is really stupid. Not saying you're stupid if you like horror, but I don't like being scared. I don't like intentionally scaring myself. I don't know why people want to put themselves through that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like horror. So I will not see New Mutants. I'm getting Captain America the First Avenger on 4K. Yes, I am, Gum Robber. I actually had a thought today. I thought today was Tuesday for a while, so I thought, oh crap, Captain America on 4K comes out. No, that's February 26th. So in a couple of weeks. So I'm excited for that. What is your opinion on Michael Brandon? I think he's a bad narrator. But he at least kind of tried. Have you seen seasons 8 to 12 on PBS when you were young? I didn't. I didn't really watch PBS all that much. Mad Max sucks. Yes, it does. I hated the first Mad Max film. Literally nothing happens in it. It's just, ugh. It's not a classic. Who is your favorite narrator? George Carlin. Do you think Thomas DVDs will return? I don't think so, M. Sydney. Given the fact that we have got Squat to show for in 2018, we got a reprint of Team Up with Thomas and a Valentine's Day slipcover, and a reprint of Thomas's Halloween Adventures and a Halloween slipcover. Then we got Thomas's Holiday Collection brought back with nothing new added to it. I don't think we're ever seeing it again. At least nothing new, just reprints. What's your opinion on Ringo Starr? Don't know the guy personally, but I like I, I like his narration. It's okay. Yeah, I hear about that. That's Dan Fox who just commented. Also, Tinsel on the Tracks came back. I keep hearing that Tinsel on the Tracks came back. I've never seen it though. I'm not saying that anybody that's saying it came back is wrong. I'm just saying I've never seen it myself. Are you getting the Team Up with Thomas this year? M. Sydney, I already have it. I bought it a couple weeks ago. Begrudgingly, because I hate Valentine's Day and everything it stands for. All right, since we're pretty much caught up on chat stuff, I'll go ahead and give you guys my state of the channel address, I guess. First off, I want to talk a little bit about my break and how that's been going. I haven't worked a lot on YouTube stuff, but it's been nice not having to upload every Monday and Thursday. Been nice not having to worry about that. College is going great. I've been keeping up with my assignments. I actually just not briefly, I got about 50% into a assignment for my biology class before I started this stream. Don't have much else to do with it, just a little bit to tweak with it before I turn it in. And in my history class, I'm doing pretty good in that. And that's actually way more interesting than I thought it would be. Turns out I'm more of a history guy than I thought. So, yeah, break's been going all right. It's been nice not having to worry about this. Like, not that I don't enjoy this. I do enjoy this, but it's been nice not having to worry about, oh, I gotta get this video done, I will say this, though. I have got, I did get the Expendables 2 HMR finished, which I just spoiled what it was. Who cares, though? You guys already knew what it was. A lot of people already guessed it in the chat on that episode. It's Expendables 2. I mean, that's what the second Homemaker Reviews is. I got that finished a few weeks ago, and I'm planning on recording, if not the rest of the season, a good chunk of it, probably this weekend, just to get it out of the way. And in the update video, I did mention, I keep looking at chat, sorry. I'm not reading chat right now just because I'm doing this, so if you're commenting anything, wait a little while before I answer it, okay? Just letting you know that I'm not looking at chat right now. So, I said in the update video that I was kind of done with Thomas content. That did not mean I'm done with Thomas content forever. I mean, I mentioned in that I have a Let's Play planned for this. I just need to get my guests that I've already asked to be in it. We just all need to be available at the same time so we can actually do it. But I have a Let's Play on that planned. I'm not done with Thomas, okay? I'm in a state of transition right now. I don't want to do Thomas forever, but I'm not done with Thomas right now. I actually came up with a really good trailer idea for my next batch of Wooden Railway episodes that are probably coming out in 2020, maybe. I'm not promising anything yet, but I have a new batch in my head. I haven't wrote anything for them yet, but I have a trailer in mind. Um, so yeah, like I said, I'm not done with Thomas. You know, Thomas is always, it's always going to be present here on the channel. It might not be as big of a presence as it used to be, but it's always going to be here. I'm always going to be doing TWR reviews because those are super easy to make, and I like the stuff. I like reviewing the stuff. You know, I've got 4 or 5 of them in the can ready to go right now, and many more planned, many more on the way. You know, and Thomas and Friends Home Media Reviews, while that show in its current form is pretty much over, doesn't mean supplementals are over, because there are multiple copies of stuff that I don't have. For instance, I'll go ahead and confirm now. I do plan on releasing some supplementals after the first season of regular home media reviews is over. Those supplementals include Toy Workshop. I recently got a standard copy of that. We'll take a look at that on the show. Team Up with Thomas. We've got that original print that I can look at, and the reprint from 2019, and the UK print of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. There's 3 videos right there that I've just confirmed for you guys. 3 supplementals coming out this year. Like I said, while the regular HMRs are over, I don't have any plans to bring those back yet. Supplementals are not over. There's tons of copies of stuff out there that I don't have, tons of oddball stuff that I could pick up every now and then. The show itself, while the main stuff is over, supplementals are not. The show basically kind of lives on. It's like an epilogue, if you will. And I do want to do a bigger push on Let's Plays because I have the ability to capture stuff like Wii game footage and GameCube game footage directly from the console now, thanks to the sorry, I'm trying not to. You guys don't get to see that yet. Eat. Thanks to the Roxio DVD VHS converter dongle thing here. You can just hook up the Wii right there, record the footage through this. It's not the most conventional way to do it, but it's the way I can do it. You know, I want to have a more push towards that. You know, do some Let's Plays on some GameCube stuff I have, or some Wii games I have, or those plug-and-play systems. Basically confirming now, I'm going to do a Let's Play on all 4 of those plug-and-plays at some point in my career. Some point in my YouTube career. And then, of course, collection videos. We've got collection videos coming. Collection month is usually around October, November. It's in the fall, normally. You know, you've got, I'm going to do an updated Thomas Wayne Railway collection. Last year's Thomas Wayne Railway collection kind of sucked because I had some people point out in the comments that you forgot your boxed items. And yeah, I did forget my boxed items. I forgot a huge chunk of my collection, actually, that I didn't show you all. So I'm going to do an updated one of that. Obviously updated Blu-ray DVD collection. I might have to split them into 2 videos this year because the Blu-rays are, it's a lot. It's a lot. I've bought a lot over the last year, so I might have to split them into 2 separate videos, but we'll see what happens there. Video game collection. That video I already have planned. I've already started writing that. I think you guys are gonna like what I have in store for that. That is gonna be a really awesome video, or multiple videos. What a tease. Um, what other collections do I do? Tom's Friends Home Media Collection. Do that every year. I don't think I'm gonna do another Funko Pop collection this year. Last year's didn't really get the recognition or the views that I wanted. And those videos, that video in particular takes a lot of effort because I have to put each pop into their box and set them up on my desk and all that stuff. And it just, that's about a day's worth of filming at the very least. So yeah, one other thing I also was kind of thinking of doing was an updated like room tour. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm bored, I watch videos of like people's game room tours. Like if you've ever watched the channel Metal Jesus Rocks, I just recently found his channel a couple months ago. It's a really good channel. He does a lot of video game stuff. He does what's called a game room tour every year, and he goes through it's his game room. It's his like his man cave and stuff. So He goes through that every year, and like stuff like John Flickinger's videos where he goes through his Flick Cave, and I watch those kinds of videos, and it inspires me to make my own man cave tour, even though it's my room. Like this is the room where I sleep. This is the room where I watch movies. This is the room where I live stream. Obviously, I mean this is the room that I do virtually everything that relates to just me. And I want you guys to see that. And it's been a long time since I've done an updated tour video. I think the first and only tour video that I've done of this room is on the Tank Engine Studios channel, and the Tank Engine Studios channel is basically dead. So, um, speaking of Tank Engine Studios, I have a video that I was supposed to release on there years ago that's just been sitting on my computer since then. Um, it's it's a behind the scenes of Thomas and Friends home media reviews, and I want to release it because I think it's a good video. It's just a little old. I don't know. I feel like I should do an updated version of it, but then again, it does showcase me working on really old HMRs, like episode like 13 or 14, I think was when I was working on that video, maybe episode 20 or something. It's been a long time since I shot that video, so I don't know. Would you guys be interested in that? I think you would. I think you would. So, oh, so that is pretty much it for the state of the channel. I'm not dead. I'm not going anywhere. I have big plans for 2019. Big plans. Billions and billions of dollars will be funneled into the plans for this channel. The economy will survive. America will never be a socialist nation. I could just throw in a Donald Trump parody there for a second. So, now that the state of the channel address is pretty much over, let me know what you guys think of that in the chat while I catch up here. I'm doing my best not to read chat questions. Valentine's Day, Expendables 2 time, right, Lego Lover? You are correct, Dolphin Dude. Every year, watch Expendables 2 on Valentine's Day. Every single year, have not missed it since I got my heart broken in 2016, I think it was. That was fun. That was fun. Did Jake talk to you about what you wrote, says Thomas Wynn Remix? He didn't, Clark. Jake probably has me muted on Twitter because he has not said a word to me on Twitter, which is surprising because whenever somebody says anything towards him, he has to respond like instantly. So I'm just assuming that he has me muted on Twitter so he can't see what I'm saying to him. And honestly, I feel that's for the best because he speaks in word salad, but we'll talk about that later. Does this offend anyone? I think Avengers Age of Ultron was the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie until Ant-Man and the Wasp. It offends me, Aaron. It offends me on a deeply personal level. No, I'm kidding. You can have your opinion all you want, but I disagree with you that Ant-Man and the Wasp is the worst. The worst one is a little movie called Thor the Dark World, and Ant-Man and the Wasp was better than the first Ant-Man. Dab. Hello, says Callentail. Hello, Callentail. I know you. Answer this question. Is that poop? Yes, it is. When the trailer for Journey Beyond Sodor came out, we were appalled. Yes, thank you, Clark. Thank you. I am getting a notification on Discord. This is probably just another @everyone from this server I'm in. Yeah, it's just another @everyone. Major inconvenience. @everyone. Look at this that I don't care about. Oh well. Whatever. Thoughts on Duncan Duncan's custom trucks? Says Famous Hector. I don't know what those are. Sorry. I have thoughts on his custom spine. It's pretty curved. Looks like a piece of wacky track. What is your favorite engine? Says Thomas the Tank Engine. My favorite engine? Whatever class of engine this guy is. Because, I mean, it's Oliver. Also, thank you to everybody who told me this was a Bandai Oliver in the chat. Thank you. Or, not the chat. I'm stupid. In the unboxing video I posted from ThomasFan261. Thank you for clarifying that this was a Bandai Oliver. He is very nice, and he sits next to my Ertles. It's like I can see your face, but yet can't see it, says Aaron Vasquez. I'm assuming you're referring to my Twitter profile picture. Yes, the blur is intentional, obviously. Don't worry though. Don't worry though. By the time I return from my YouTube absence, I'm basically Luke Skywalker. I've gone off to live on a deserted island, and I have to wait for a fan, Ray, to come over and tell me to get my ass back in gear. That's not how this is working. I'm just hiding in my closet during this break, having a mental breakdown. Guys, help! No, I'm kidding. It's actually not what's happening. It's a lot more sad than that. But when I come back from my break, I guarantee you one of the first videos you will see is a face reveal. Because I've had this idea forever and I want to do it, so. I be in the Let's Play. I'm sorry, Dan. I've already contacted a few of my friends to be in the Let's Play, and we've already worked out details. I already have guests. Sorry, man. Thoughts on Steven Hillenberg's passing? I think I've talked about this before. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but death comes for us all eventually. It just sucks that he had to die so young. You speak Japanese, German, or Spanish? I took Spanish for 2 years in high school and don't remember any of it. But I don't speak German or Japanese, unless you count nine and konnichiwa, in which case, if you just count those words, I'm fluent, but I'm actually not. Ladies and gentlemen, the lover of Legos. Thank you, Ro. How was the John Wick 3 trailer? Awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited for John Wick 3. Thoughts on the Oscars? Oscars. Man. Look, I already think the Oscars themselves are just a group of infatuated with themselves liberals breaking their hands from patting each other on the back. Or you could also say it's a group of elitist douchebags, which I like to say that Bill Maher is one of those. So I don't care about the Oscars not having a host. I don't watch the Oscars. Never have cared about the Oscars. I think Black Panther being nominated was a political stunt because if they didn't nominate it, they would be accused of being racist, even though Avengers Infinity War deserves that spot more than Black Panther does, and Avengers Infinity War deserves to win every award because it's the best movie of the year by far, or best movie of last year. It's 2019 now. Black Panther doesn't deserve the nomination, but unfortunately it will probably win because the Academy wants to be seen as not racist, even though a lot of Democrats actually are racist. We're not going to get into that. LMAO Tank Engine Studios. Yeah, Ro, you remember what that is. It's a dead channel. Kind of like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's career after she gets kicked out of Congress. Haven't you ever watched Abby Hatcher on Nickelodeon? Never heard of it. I'm happy that Lego Lover 117 will never be a socialist YouTube channel. Never be a socialist YouTube channel, Henry. Never. Thoughts on Disney and Fox deal? It's a good deal. Good deal. I heard today that Disney has committed to making Deadpool R-rated. That's awesome. That they're going to keep him R-rated. I hope they keep Ryan Reynolds as well, because Ryan Reynolds is perfect as that character. Thoughts on Shazam? I've already answered that. Thoughts on Sweet Victory, not played at the Super Bowl? Already answered that as well. Thoughts on people's Fortnite addiction? I can honestly say, to this day, I've never played a round of Fortnite. Never once. Spider-Man 3 is ironically the best Spider-Man movie. You're wrong, but okay. Spider-Man Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie. And not ironically, though. I guess ironically you could love Spider-Man 3 all you want, but Spider-Man 3 is shite. You said thoughts on D&D's spine, I laughed. Have you ever heard of the band Why Don't We? No. They probably suck. I don't like modern music. Never have, never will. Hiding in the closet. Oh no, Lego lover gay. No, King Henry, I couldn't be gay. I'm a big old homophobe and an evil conservative, according to some folks on Twitter. Crikey! Excuse me. Do you watch King of the Hill? I've seen a few episodes. I'm not insane about it like Henry Crimson 2091 is. What GameCube games do you have? I have a few. Thoughts on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Who the flip was that? Oh, that's a Twitter follower. Thought that was a text. Thoughts on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Really good. Really good. Good animation style. Amazing animation style, actually. Really influential for a film of that caliber. It gripped me. It made me care about Miles Morales, something I didn't think it could do. It's just a great movie overall. I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray. What do I think of Pirates 5? Best Pirates movie since 1. I was gonna say 3, but not 1. Best Pirates movie since 1. In my opinion, the Pirates movie rankings, it goes 1, 5, 3, 2, way down at the bottom 4. 4 is shite. 4 is terrible. But 5 was really good. I really like 5. How to Train Your Dragon 3? I saw that in theaters, Gumrobber, this last weekend, and god damn, they made a good one. God damn it. How to Train Your Dragon trilogy is like, I feel it's in the running for one of the best trilogies of all time. I bought both of them on 4K. I had seen the first one in theaters, but I didn't see the second one, and god damn it, I was blown away by the second one. But this third one, man, might be the best one. Might be the best one. You guys have got to see it. It is really good. Thoughts on Ralph Breaks the Internet? It's not better than the first one. It's okay. Haven't seen it in a while. If you hate modern music, then I'd say listen to a little band called Gorliza. Gorliza. Sounds intriguing. I might look them up. I hate saying I'll look something up and then I don't because it feels like I'm not fulfilling a promise, so I might look them up. Honestly, I'd really just prefer sticking to my AC/DC, my Def Leppard, stuff like that. Tracy Street says hi. Hello, Tracy Street. Thoughts on Family Guy comes from Gumrobber. Family Guy is okay. I think if you just watch select scenes, it's hilarious. That was a text that we will not talk about. I think if you just watch select scenes like in without context, like the Family Guy out of context stuff, Twitter memes and stuff like that, that's funny. Like, but watching a whole episode, I don't know. I can never watch a full episode of Family Guy. I can't. Are you excited for Spider-Man Far From Home? Yes, that trailer looked amazing. Iron Man 3 is on TV. Cool, Dolphin. Text we will not talk about. Lego Lover got a booty call. No, that was actually informing me that my uncle's cousin's brother's dog's goldfish's sister's cousin brother died. Thanks. Oh, I hate that I just laughed at my own joke. That was so dumb. Whatever, though. Do you have any suggestions for reading material? Who reads anymore? Do I like American Dad? Never seen it. I've seen the intro. It's okay. Show the stuff you show. I'm assuming you're referring to the segment of this live stream / show where we show the things that I got that you don't have. This one's gonna be a little bit difficult considering that I don't remember a lot of the stuff that I bought. Well, hang on. Just while I attempt to bring this stuff together. Also, by the way, after this segment of the show, I will be probably. Why is my own live stream recommended to me on my YouTube channel? Oh god. Gotta love YouTube, man. You seem bored. Why don't you watch your own live stream? Also, our algorithm is broken. And our copyright system is still shit. Which, by the way, if you didn't see that on Twitter, I tweeted about still having a copyright claim on my Train Convention 2019 video. Because I do, and that's stupid because the music that they are claiming is theirs is not theirs. The music that they are claiming is theirs is a Sudrian Afro theme. And it's some French company, I think. Some French, Europe, not America country saying that, oh yeah, this is our music, you're taking our music. And I appealed the claim. They said, nope, this is our music, and I can't do anything about it now because risking a strike is just not worth it for a video that I'm already not going to see any money from. So, just whatever, dude. When are people going to come on? When I make the Discord group, Henry, and you'll be added to it, probably. Like I said, after this segment's done, I will make our DM chat, and we'll get some folks on the show here. But while I gather up the merchandise, oh, that doesn't do anything. Okay. While I gather up the merchandise, I will play a video for you all while we currently have a commercial break. And also, I really have to piss. Really, really bad.
Nathan Oswald, even though Brian O'Connor's story wrapped up nicely, do you think Universal would be willing to have Cody Walker portray Brian and bring the character back for Fast films, or should they not bother with it and move on?
Yeah, it's fine. There has actually been talk about maybe by having the Brian character come back just to have him out there. And of course, Paul Walker has two brothers, Cody and I believe Colby are the other ones, who did some stand-in work while they completed Fast 7. Mm-hmm. One of the most appropriate, beautiful way they could have handled that sort of thing, and it's great. Now, could they bring the character back? It's possible. On one hand, you're looking that Fast 9, for example, is going to be out one of its big draws, and that's The Rock. The Rock isn't going to be in Fast 9. Could you kind of bolster a little bit a return like, Walker's own family is going to fill in his shoes for him to bring the there's a storyline to that. And by the way, this is something that has been talked about in the past, just in this past year. Check this out. So there was a story going around, and this was I can't remember if this was Cody or Colby. There's two of his brothers, and you can see the family resemblance. And he wrote, I had a phone call with Vin for about an hour, and we discussed this a while back. He wanted our blessing. Diesel asked if it would be acceptable to maybe bring Paul's character back to really kind of let his fans know that he's still out there. So, I mean, there has already been conversations That clearly it's already been on Vin Diesel's mind. Maybe we do bring the Brian character back to tell fans, hey, that guy. Because remember, it's not like they killed off the character. They did the "Ooh, see you again," and they brought off their car. So he's still out there, right? So you could do this. So Rob, let me ask you this: you're an executive over at Universal. You got a decision to make. Number one, we could try to take advantage of the fact that there's still a lot of heartstrings attached from the fan base to the Brian character to maybe see him back again. There's the appropriateness of his brothers filling those shoes and then doing a little bit of visual effects work to make him look more similar. Or do you go, we put such a perfect bow on this before, let's just let it rest? Which direction do you go? And assuming that Vin Diesel comes to you and says, I'd kind of like to do this, Robert, what do you think?
I honestly think they gave him a terrific send-off. One of the best send-offs anybody's ever had in I think, Hollywood history, even though it's a Fast and the Furious film.
Yeah.
You bring him back, it's weird and creepy. I think there's an element of, and we're going to be dealing with this as a society. Like when technology goes to the point where, are we going to bring back Humphrey Bogart and Marilyn Monroe?
Valley's been
once they do that, and I think there's something, in a way, sort of disrespectful. It's literally resurrecting a person who's passed away from the grave when they've already given a great send-off. Now, people play different. You've had other characters come back. I mean,
right.
Characters played by other actors all the time. We see that all the time. But most recently in Star Trek Discovery, although we haven't seen it yet, so the jury's still out. But in the case of Paul Walker, I think they should let sleeping dogs lie.
You know what? Surprisingly enough, I'm going to agree with you. I think if I'm that Universal exec at this point, I'm just looking back at what could have been so bad.
Yes.
What could have gone wrong 1,000 different ways of keeping the Brian character in, utilizing CGI and his family and blah, blah, blah. That could have gone wrong 1,000 different ways. And we pulled it off, and everybody embraced it and loved it. It was beautiful, and it was the perfect bow on that package. Why would we undo that at this point? Now, with that being said, that I agree, as a fan, I could see, while it's not what I would do, I can see the merit in it because the Brian character is still there. I don't know that it would be disrespectful, particularly if it's his own family saying,
right.
No,
That's
we give
true.
our blessings to this. Vin Diesel did the right thing. He asked the family first, hey, if I even contemplate this, is that acceptable to you guys? And they were like, yeah, we're cool with that. And so let's put it this way. I think they shouldn't do it, but if they do it, and it's particularly if it's probably what it would be, something small, like Vin hops on a FaceTime chat with Brian. Brian, I don't know what to do. What should we do for the family?
That's
okay.
That's interesting. That's something I wouldn't find objectionable. But if they tried to have his character come back and play a part in the plot,
like a full
like a
character,
I couldn't. I don't know if I could get past it as a viewer. But a cell phone video or something, because they could use footage they've shot for the other Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, just get his brother in there and do a little touch-up. I
Yeah.
love the way you phrase that. Acceptable. It's not what I would do.
Right.
But if they did it, I'm not going to complain. And if they do it, they handle it well. It's just a little wink. Hey, Brian's still out there. I'd be like, okay, I still wouldn't have done it, but I'll have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Ashley, as a viewer, would you have any problem if they kind of introduced the character back in, even if it was just for a few minutes?
In this particular situation, no. As Rob was saying, just like if they do like a little like FaceTime or something like that. But it feels like if it opens up a can of worms for other people moving forward, I am not okay with that, because then people are going to start judging performances like, say, a different actress passes away and then they decide to put her in a film later on. They're like, I didn't like the way that she portrayed that. I'm like, that's not even her.
Right.
Like, it's just, I don't like where technology is going with this.
Yeah, there's a slippery slope argument here to be made, but we can save that for once we get closer to crossing that uncanny valley.
Yes.
All right, guys, that will do it for all the...
All right. Now we're back from that little commercial break. By the way, that commercial break was brought to you by the John Campea Show. John Campea is a really good YouTuber who does a show called the John Campea Show. It's very, very good. I enjoy it. I watch ton of his content. This show is daily, by the way. It's a live stream. I usually don't catch the live stream. In the words of the Toad Train, time to take a piss. For real, though. Brian character. Brian Griffin. Brian, look out! Brian, look out! I'm just... Right now, I'm just looking at chat stuff. You ever see Hacksaw Ridge? I haven't got around to it yet, Dolphin Dude. I need to, though. I did watch both Escape Plans. Escape Plan 1, I was in the mood for some schlock. Escape Plan 1's actually not too bad. Escape Plan 2 sucks balls. Escape Plan 2 is horrid. It's... wow. How could something be that bad? What do I think of Deepwater Horizon and Patriots Day? I like Patriots Day a lot. It's one of my favorite dramas, actually. Dude, penis, says Thomas Engine. Been wondering, what movies do you think are overrated, says Aaron Vasquez. That's an interesting question, and I'll answer that right after this segment of the show, which is called Things That I Have That You Don't. I need to make a graphic for that. I need to make a little graphic for that. I'll do that next stream. Somebody remind me in the chat to do that next stream. Watch Rocky, please, says Dolphin Dude. I've already done that. Rocky's really good. I think Creed's better, and Creed 2 is amazing. So, I have a stack over here. I actually remembered a fair bit of what I bought this last month of January and part of February. If we were doing the stream a little later, I would show off, of course, Captain America First Avenger on 4K, as well as Wreck-It Ralph 2, but I don't have those because it's not the end of February. But that's my choice to have the stream now and not then. So, this first title I picked up at Best Buy because it was $10. It is Sharks 3D. This does include a regular Blu-ray cut, and this was a cool little documentary type thing. It's narrated by Jean-Michel Cousteau, I think is how you pronounce that, French dude. It was a pretty fun experience. Will I ever watch this again? Probably not, but it really showcased the power of my 4K television to show a 1080p image. I wish this wasn't 4K though, but I like sharks. What can I say? Anything I have that has sharks in them is pretty cool. Is it possible for us to have the stuff that you have? No, Gum Robber, because I'm not selling any of this. I'm a hoarder. Next up is a title I picked up at Best Buy, I think not long after the previous stream. Maybe I showed this in the previous stream. It's Arrow Season 6. Yeah. It was on sale for $15 at Best Buy, so I thought, why not? Arrow Season 6. I've now completed the Arrow seasons now. 7's been pretty okay so far. I don't remember if I showed this in the last stream or not. I have a feeling I did, but it's Schindler's List on 4K. Very important film. I haven't seen this since freshman year of high school, but I wouldn't say I'm excited to rewatch it because it's a very dark film in terms of color palette and in terms of, what actually goes on in it, but it's a very important film. It's a really good one from what I remember. Anything with sharks is pretty cool. So Shark Tales is pretty cool? No, it is not, Henry. Shark Tales sucks. The animation on that is not even finished. It just pisses me off. These next two titles, I know I haven't showed yet. It's the first Kung Fu Panda. I keep thinking I want to look over at this camera here, but no, I'm looking at this camera. It's the first Kung Fu Panda. Upgraded to Blu-ray. Rewatched it, and this is a really fun time. I love the first Kung Fu Panda, man. And then I also have its sequel, Kung Fu Panda 2. I got them in a lot. They were both brand new in the plastic. And Kung Fu Panda 2 is even better than the first one. I mean, Kung Fu Panda 2 has way more drama, way more heart to it. They're both really good. And the third one's pretty good too. I should probably give that one a rewatch at some point. Next up, this next title I bought off of a really cool Instagram user who follows me on there. His name is Ryan James. He is currently moving from Florida to LA and was liquidating his Blu-ray collection, and he posted this Spider-Man trilogy on Blu-ray, which is rare and out of print. Sold it to me for 20 bucks shipped. All 3 Spider-Man films. There's 1 and 2, and then, whoop, popped out of there. Hang on there. 3 has a bonus disc. So that is Spider-Man trilogy. I finally have that on Blu-ray. So happy I don't have to watch those DVDs anymore. Are you Billy Gang? No, I hate Billy and I hate Nia as well. I hate all the new characters. Next up is Once Upon a Deadpool. Yeah. Fox issued this without the slipcover, and it makes me mad. I saw this in theaters, didn't think it was worth seeing in theaters, but it's a pretty okay watch, I guess. Might be a yearly Christmas thing that I watch every once in a while. I bought this the same day I bought Once Upon a Deadpool. It's Bad Times at the El Royale. This was really good, guys. You really should give this one a watch. This is a really excellent thriller. It has strong Tarantino vibes. If you've seen anything by Quentin Tarantino, you know what I'm talking about, but God, I love this camera. It's got a focus feature. I love this new camera. But anyway, Bad Times of the El Royale. You all should watch this because it blew my mind. Not really, but it's really good. I'm running out of space to put things. Next up is both of the How to Train Your Dragons in 4K. First one's good, second one's even better. Third one might even be better than both of them. I'm not a fan of this simplistic poster. They use this on the newer Blu-ray releases as well, and I'm sad they use them for their 4K releases, but what are you going to do, I guess? I mean, they look really good in 4K. I won't lie, just the packaging is not the best. And these last 4 releases are a part of hashtag Easy called these a remake channel. You right. These last 4 releases are the entire Legend of Korra series. I'm a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I had been recently rewatching that series, and that series is just perfection. And then I remembered that, hey, there's a sequel series, The Legend of Korra, and I had seen the first season beforehand. I watched it when it was airing. I thought it was pretty okay. You know, I thought it was okay. So, this is the only season I've seen in full so far. I'm about 2 episodes in to book 2. But this is the only one I've seen so far, and it's better than I remembered it to be. But one cool thing about this is the seller, I think the seller mentioned this, but I didn't read the description. The Blu-ray is signed by the voice actor who plays Amon, who is this guy right here, the main villain of the season. My name is not Anthony, in case you're wondering. This was the previous owner's name, but that is pretty awesome that this is signed by Amon. And I got a really good deal on this too. So there's book 1. And then there's book 2, Spirits. Been a little weaker. Book 3, Change, which a buddy of mine says is phenomenal. And then book 4, Balance, which I know how this book ends, and the ending of this is just going to piss me off, but whatever. So, that's all the stuff that I bought. So there's stack 1. And then over here is stack 2. That, of course, does not count the pops. I bought a lot of pops over this last month. I kind of went crazy. I have 3 more coming in from eBay right now that I'm excited to get. All three of them exclusives, all three of them rare. What pops do I have nearby here that are new? Ooh, all three of these are new. I got these are only two, but there's another one over there. I got Jaime and Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is an excellent series. So excited for season 8. We'll put Jaime back up there, and then I also got Bronn. Bronn's pretty cool. I love Bronn's facial hair on this pop. It's a really good facial hair sculpt. And then Cersei. I hate Cersei. I hate her so much. Her character is really good on the show, but I hate her. I hate her. I want her to die. I want her to die horribly in season 8 because she is just a terrible, terrible human being. What she has committed, her crimes in Westeros. So I hope that she dies in season 8. Because right now, spoiler alert, she's queen of the Seven Kingdoms. It pisses me off because she doesn't deserve it. Anyway, I have a 2-pack up here actually that I can show you. This is the Battle of the Bastards 2-pack from season 6. Ramsay Bolton versus Jon Snow. It's called Battle of the Bastards because they're both bastards. Meaning they were born out of wedlock. Or no, meaning they were born from a person who is not a Stark or a Bolton. I've also got this cool 2-pack. This was exclusive to Smuggler's Bounty for when Solo came out. It's Han and Chewbacca from the scene in Solo where they're both Imperial prisoners. They've even got the chaining them together. This was awesome. Got this for a really good price too off eBay, so I'm really happy to have that. I love the base too, that it's connected. It's a connected base. Put that back up there. There we go. And then this isn't a pop, but this is a really cool collectible. And I don't think I've showed before. It's my Captain Rex Black Series figure. He's freaking sweet. He's not exclusive to anywhere, but I have not found him anywhere in my home state, so ordering him off eBay just seemed like the next best thing. So, if I had a choice, though, I really want a Commander Cody, but sadly, Commander Cody Black Series figures are super-duper rare, and people charge out the ball sack for them. So, I unfortunately don't think I will ever own a Commander Cody in my lifetime. Ooh, I also got this new Darth Maul from Star Wars Rebels. Another Smuggler's Bounty exclusive. So much better than the original Darth Maul. Got his double-bladed lightsaber there. Really good paint on this. Really good sculpt for his legs. So, there's all that. And everybody just lost interest because I started talking about pops and collectibles. I still think Spider-Man 3 is underrated. I'd like to know why you think that, Aaron. I don't understand how you think it's underrated. I think it's terrible. Isn't T2 just a masterpiece? Is it one of your best films? You know, Dolphin Dude, I really like T2. I don't think it's in my top 10 films of all time, though. Ninjago seasons 6 through 9 have come to Netflix earlier this week, and I'm now on season 7. Damn, I completely forgot about... I picked up Ninjago season... What's this? 8. 8 on DVD from Walmart, just because I saw it once and then I saw it a second time and took that as a sign from God to say, hey, pick this up. I have seasons 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. I don't have 6 or all of 3 or 4. I've seen 3 and 4. Did Ninjago really? That came to Netflix. Hang on, I'll look that up. Oh shit, you're right. Oh, now I can catch up on that. I haven't watched Ninjago in years. I used to watch it when season 2 was airing, and I thought season 2 was a really good finale to the show, but you know, they kept it going for 6 seasons now. I don't find Spider-Man 3 is as bad as everyone said it is. Mostly, I think I had a blast while watching it. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good that you had fun watching it. I'm not saying your opinion is not valid or anything. I personally think the movie's a travesty. um, just because of how messy its plot is. But if you had fun watching it, then that's all that matters, man. Are Cars 2, The Wolverine, and Iron Man still in your top 10 favorite films like in 2015? That video is extremely outdated. I remember filming that video. That's an extremely outdated video. Cars 2, no. That's probably not still in my favorites. The Wolverine, no. That's been ousted by Logan. Is Rambo 2008 still one of your faves? No, I would say I put that in my top 10 list because I had just watched it recently and I thought, oh my gosh, this movie's amazing. And then I saw like another movie that was even better. Something like Robocop. Probably pushed that out. But like I said, those movies are, or not movies, those videos are incredibly outdated. Not saying that I will like take those down or anything, but it just okay. Sorry, I'm not like I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm trying to figure out how to set up a DM group on on Discord because I don't know how to do this. If I right click or anything. No, I don't want to create a server. Please tell me Die Hard is still. Of course, Die Hard's still on the 10 list. X-Men Days of Future Past still in your top 10? I'd say it's in the top 20. Gum Rubber. Favorite films are Wayne's World and Scott Pilgrim. Good choices. I haven't seen Wayne's World, but I have seen Scott Pilgrim, and Scott Pilgrim is really good. This probably would have been more professional if I looked up how to do this. Wait, I think I know how to do this. No, that's not it. Ah, here we go. My apologies, friends. All right. Sorry, that took a while. I just had to figure out how to add people to a DM group on Discord. Is Jaws still one? Jaws, yes, definitely. Raiders of the Lost Ark, top 20, I would say. Oh, I think you should do an update on your top 10 favorite and least favorite movies this year and make it top 20. Well, you know what, Gumrobber? Home Media Reviews could basically be considered my top 10 films of all time. That includes most of my favorites this first season. And I think Robert Downey Jr., Hugh Jackman, J.K. Simmons, and Sir Patrick Stewart were all great as their respective Marvel characters. No one can replace them. I would say, yeah, Aaron. You can. Every actor is basically replaceable, but with those are really hard to replace. I mean, I thought James McAvoy did a great job as Professor X, but obviously no one's had another crack at Iron Man, or no one's had another crack at Wolverine yet. So we don't know who could be better or worse than either of them. All right. So I set up the DM group, which is good.
Yep.
We've got King Henry here with us. He's the only one that picked up.
Yo.
Everybody else should probably get here. And, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We can make this work with just 2 people. It's fine.
Sure.
So are we going to talk about overrated movies yet? Aaron, that is a tough question. I would say one of the ones that I feel is most overrated would have to be The Dark Knight. I think it's really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on it or anything, but people suck that movie's dick dry. I mean, they just go on and on about, oh, it's the best superhero movie ever, and we'll never get anything better than that. Hello? Thor Ragnarok, original of Avengers, Avengers Infinity War, Logan, all better movies than The Dark Knight. Fight me on that. But I can't really think of anything else that's overrated that comes to my head. Pretty much everything that I've seen, I either agree with the overall opinion on, or I'd say the Mad Max films are pretty overrated. I mean, I don't like any of them in particular.
Hey, can Nathan add Ryan to the group?
Yeah. Do you have any opinions on that, Henry?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm not as big of a movie person as you are, so.
And now we've got Ryan, or we had Ryan, now he's dead. He was here, and now he's not. R.I.P.
I'm still streaming. Hello.
Oh, and now I have Nathan and Ryan. Wow.
We got the Callan boys.
Yeah, we're playing chess, and I'm not forfeiting.
even though you're losing miserably and you only have
You
one.
quit
You only
playing
have
with your
one.
chest.
You're playing chess.
Seriously, this kid only has a king left, and he's refusing to forfeit.
I'm not forfeiting.
We're
damn
playing
it.
chess.
Wait, so you're playing chess, and yet you're not playing Quiplash 2.
Well, we don't have enough people for Quiplash, too.
That's no excuse, Nathan.
Well, then we should add
Make your move.
Ronnie
You
or
should
Connor.
add Ronnie to the group or something.
Where's King Henry at?
I'm here.
Wait, I don't see him in the call, though.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh, I'm not kidding.
So anyway,
Anyways, but,
there's some suggestions in the chat about overrated movies. That's the question we're talking about right now.
overrated movies.
Avatar and
Yo, I'm-
Titanic are two that Dolphin Dude just suggested. I'll admit I haven't seen Titanic in full, but I agree on Avatar. Avatar is extremely overrated.
Avatar's overrated, and I think a lot of people are realizing that.
Finding Dory is overrated.
I was about to say that. I think Brave is overrated.
Brave
haven't seen it, so I
sucks.
can't say.
Okay, get on my level. Brave sucks.
I think
Alright.
Brave's the worst Pixar movie, or well, maybe Good Dinosaur, but I haven't seen that yet, and I have no plans
Come on,
to.
Nate, make your move.
I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I haven't
Although
seen.
in
Big
Wreck-It Ralph
Dinosaur.
2, they made a pretty good joke about it. I'm not gonna spoil it because I think I don't want to spoil the movie, but there's a pretty good joke about Brave in there. Damn good jab. Are you allowed to swear on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, fuck. There, I swear. What's another overrated movie? I have a lot of them, and that's for some reason I can't think of them.
One really overrated movie, in my opinion, was
Journey Beyond
the
Sort of How
Lego
It Should Be.
Batman movie.
Really?
I didn't like the movie personally.
You didn't like Lego Batman?
I
No,
know.
I-
What the hell?
Get out of this. Get out of this call. You're banished.
Okay.
Okay, you didn't like Lego Batman. Seriously, you didn't like Lego. You know who else doesn't like Lego Batman? Clark.
Oh, good. That's
Well,
one
you
thing
know
we
what? Clark left the community.
Lego Ninjago movie was pretty good
'Cause
though.
he thought he could get away. No, Lego Ninjago is not better
What?
than Lego Batman.
Oh no, I like
I think-
Lego Ninjago, so
I'm pretty biased towards Lego Ninjago though. I'll be honest. I'll be.
I mean,
frank,
I'd be
I'll
biased
frank.
towards it too. I grew up with Ninjago. I think it's a really good series, but like its movie was not great.
That's true, but the
The second
design
half is better than the first half.
Agreed. If only like they focused more on the elemental powers, that would have been great. Because the elemental powers in the movie looked fucking amazing.
I feel that I like Ninjago more the second time I saw it, but even
Yeah.
at that, I still don't think it's perfect. It's definitely the worst of the 3 Lego films that are out right now.
Yeah. I mean, me and Nathan are gonna see Lego Movie 2 tomorrow, so we're gonna figure that one out and see where that ranks. It's pretty good in ratings so far, though.
I hope. I'm excited to see it. I'm probably gonna
I
see it.
think it's at 92 right now.
I'm probably gonna see it Saturday because I can't on Friday. I got somewhere I gotta be.
Oh, with a special someone.
Ha!
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
He got a booty text call
Ha
earlier.
ha! You're funny. No, the actual. I guess I can say it on stream. I don't really care. No one's gonna follow me there. The elementary school I go to. Me, my mom, and one of my mom's friends are still pretty close with one of the teachers that works there. And one of the teachers, he runs this thing called the Valentine's mother, son, father, daughter dance. He does it every year, and he gets me, my mom, and my mom's friend to help out there, and I run the sound for it every year.
Oh, I was about to say,
Okay.
my old elementary school, I hate it, so I'm gonna burn it down.
Nah, I don't
That's
hate
true,
that
Ryan. We're
place.
gonna use this against you.
I don't
would burn
hate
down
that
my
place.
elementary school.
I hate my middle school. I would burn my middle school to the ground in a heartbeat, but I don't hate that place.
All right. I got a tough question for you guys. If someone forced you to kill one person, your one of your siblings, one of your siblings, one of your parents, or one of your cousins, who would it be?
Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, good question.
You're related to Nancy Pelosi?
I wish I was so I could shoot her in the face.
Oh my god.
Were you
Oh
waiting
my
for
God.
someone to ask? Were you waiting for someone to ask that?
Chillax, YouTube advertisers. It's a joke.
Don't worry,
Oh my
Lego
God.
Love. You're gonna be gone for 3 months. Your advertising's gonna go away.
But by that logic, I'd like to be related to Cardi B because I can't stand her.
She
I like to
speaks
be
like
related
Jake
to-
in
Kind of
I would like to be rated.
because she
I would like
types
to be
like
related to
Jake
Lego
in
Lover.
broken English.
Oh my god! I'm just waiting for Nathan to make his move. Just force it already, Nathan. It's impossible.
Dude, legit, every time I see like one of Jake's tweets, it's always, and that Charlie Brown is what word salad is all about.
That Charlie Brown is what anal's overrated means. I'm sorry, I had to.
Roman wants somebody to notice him in the chat. You're noticed, Roman. Hello.
Can we talk
It's on
about
Discord right now.
what's some? So yeah, Lego Lover, you own. I got a question though. Lego Lover, so you're not really doing any much Tom's content at the moment. Where have you put your collection anyways?
In the fire pit.
Oh, I mean, I know it's cold in Kentucky, but like Jesus.
Yeah, it gets like ball nippling cold here, so
I mean, that's not really descriptive for us because ball nickling cold for us is like 50 degrees.
yeah, you know what? You can jump off a bridge.
All right, I'll be back.
He's actually gonna go do it. Kirby Fan 2003 says Journey Beyond Sodor is overrated. I don't think you can definitively say that Journey Beyond Sodor is overrated since the fan base is pretty much one half loves it, the other half hates it. It's really hard to say. That's like saying The Last
It's
Jedi
like The
is
Last
overrated.
Jedi.
That's like saying The Last Jedi is overrated since, you know, you have one half that loves it, one half that hates it. It's pretty staunchly divided. I don't think you can really quantify if it's overrated or not. I personally don't like Journey Beyond Sodor anymore. I think it's terrible.
I like it, but it's not the best.
I'm agreeing
it's
with
not the
Nathan on
best
that
stuff.
one.
I just
But,
found it boring.
One thing I gotta ask, Lego Lover, do you still watch Lego Ninjago or no?
I haven't watched it in years. The last season I saw was 5. That's because it's the only one I could find in stores. But now I just found out that 6 through 9
Yeah,
are on Netflix
On
now,
Netflix.
so I'm gonna catch up on it.
the
Damn, you
animation.
made it farther than I did.
Which basically freaking negates my DVD purchase of season 8. So like, F me,
You
I
watched
guess.
You watched season 8 without watching the other seasons?
I did the same thing with 7.
Oh, what about season 6?
Haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, come on. Season 6 is like my second favorite season.
It should have ended after 2, but you know what? Toy sales.
But but the story
Season
actually
3
continues
wasn't
on.
that bad.
The story continues on pretty well though.
I hope so.
But either way though, like
just- if you
honestly,
had
the
told
new
me-
animation.
It just if you had told me whenever Ninjago premiered that this would last 9 seasons, I would have kicked you in the balls and laughed in your face.
Yeah, same.
Like little sick, like let's see, no, 2011. So that was 8 years ago, pretty much. So like you're, is it okay to say your age?
Yeah, I'm 19.
So you would have been 8. So I just imagine little Lego Larry like, oh yeah, you're right. Just fucking kick someone, and that's like that's what you get.
2011, I wouldn't have been 8 in 2011.
No, yeah. What the hell's wrong with your math, Ryan? I was 10,
Oh,
so Lego Lover
no.
was 11.
No,
Or
oh
12.
yeah, no. Well,
No,
no,
I
because
would've
like
been
the first
12 in
season came out in
2011.
2011.
I would have been. No, I would have.
You would've been-
I would have been in. What are they?
12 now.
I would have been 12, yes, and I would have been going into 5th grade. Yeah, I would have been going into 5th grade because I graduated
So you were.
elementary
Oh,
school
okay.
and went into middle school in 2012.
Nathan, make your move.
I'm doing my homework, but I'm not giving up.
are
I'm
you doing-
avoiding
You're
homework.
doing like 3 things at once. You're like,
I'm on this my homework, and I'm gonna beat Ryan in chess.
Good luck with that.
I will.
mhm.
No, you
We'll see.
won't.
I will.
I have no faith
Uh-huh.
in Nathan beating Ryan in chess.
What?
I have no faith in Nathan beating Ryan at chess. Haha.
Especially when he only has the king.
Now you're
Well-
for sure to lose.
I have hope in my side.
Your hope.
I'm not giving up.
Listen,
Oh.
your hope was like how people had hope for Big World, Big Adventure. It crashed and burned. Only a slim portion are still hanging on.
Yeah,
No,
guess,
my hope is like
yeah,
people having
guess
hope
what?
for Hillary to be president.
guess what, Nathan? Guess what, Nathan? I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Don't try it.
I'm gonna say the N-word on stream.
Don't try it. Ah.
We were so close to pulling that trick on Riley earlier, though.
What,
Job,
you were
Ryan.
gonna say the N-word?
So close, yet so far.
Hey, I said the N-word, necromancy.
Nathan. There, I said it.
Nathan.
I said the N-word. Ninjago season 8 to 9 are some of the best seasons in the entire show. Fight me.
I don't believe you.
It
Hold on,
really
bro.
is good.
I don't believe you. See, I'm the
Have
type
you
of
seen
person
them?
who will continue to watch something even if it's bad out of loyalty. So, like, I don't believe you.
How is season 5 bad?
I didn't say season 5 was bad.
It's such a good season. The story is so good. I love Ninjago.
Also, I bought my first Lego set in like years yesterday.
Oh, what you get?
It was the Inferno Squad battle pack. I'm showing it on stream right now. That's the box for it. It comes with this little like speeder thing. It's just a battle pack, but it's based off Battlefront 2. So I thought, hey, why not? Why not get myself a little Iden Versio minifigure? So the name Lego Lover finally makes sense.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, Ninjago is such a good series, and I highly recommend anyone to watch it. It sounds stupid, but it actually is really good.
I've only seen like the first season. It
Yeah.
used to play on Cartoon Network right before I would go to school, so me and my brother would watch it.
But, yeah. Not to mention the new animation is just, like, it's gotten unbelievably good.
I feel like to get the full experience, though, I'm probably going to rewatch the whole series just because.
That is fair. Season 2 is full of filler, though.
Oh, man, season 2 is great.
Not saying it isn't, but like the middle, it's kind of like the weird sandwich. Like the first few episodes are great, middle episodes are mostly filler, and then last few episodes are where the story picks up again.
Oh.
Come on, Nathan.
I love how when I got people in the stream, like everybody left. We have 6
It was
people.
like, oh, Ryan's here. Dip.
We have 6 people watching currently, which is fine. You know what? Who cares? Kirby
more than I
Fan
usually get.
2003 wants to know, who here hates the Sharon Miller era? Me.
Me.
I think everybody does. Well, not everybody, but
Everybody with a brain. So that means Jake loves it.
Brian, look out! But man, one thing. I gotta ask though, Lego Lover, who was your favorite character in Ninjago? Out of curiosity.
You really want to talk about Ninjago?
I love Ninjago, dude. Now I'm able to rewatch the entire series in 1080 on or in crystal clear HD quality on Netflix. It's amazing.
Who was my favorite? Can't really recall that I had a favorite.
Please say Kai, please say Kai, please say Kai.
Please say Jay. Please say Jay.
I can't really recall that I had a favorite. I was really always partial to Garmadon. I loved Garmadon.
That's different.
Well, we've been bamboozled. Look at that.
I mean, if you
Hang on,
hadn't have
guys,
said
give me a
please say
minute.
Kai or please say Jay, I probably would have said one of them. But you know what? I bamboozled all of you. Haha! No, but for real, my favorite was probably either Garmadon or probably Kai.
Ha!
But now
Kai.
now I actually want to rewatch the whole series now that Ryan's convinced me that, oh, it's great. So
I think it is. If it's not, then it's your opinion. But I
I
say
like-
season 8 and 9, like the creators themselves, straight up said that starting from season 8 onwards, they wanted to make the series mature with the audience. So I think that's pretty well.
Yeah, by going with the movie designs, what they shouldn't have done.
Dude, it's not just about the movie design; it's also about the story and how like the tones they're taking in.
Yeah, but it needs to look appealing to the eye, too.
I like, though, the fact that the episodes are only 30 minutes long each and it's a 10-episode season. I love that. It makes it easy to watch.
Yeah. But dude, come on, the movie. Just get over the movie designs already, dude. It's happened. Just move past
I
it.
like the movie designs. It's just that I don't think it's good for the series. That's the best way to describe it.
Fair enough.
So here's my
But-
question: the film is not connected to the television series, correct?
Okay.
No.
All right. Here's an explanation for someone who watches the series. Here's an explanation. All right. Behind the scenes standpoint, it was so they can bring the designs in to attract new members into the show. That was the whole main reason why they used the movie design. Nathan, make your move. So it was just wheeling people who watched the movie into the show.
But
But
the film
can-
exists. But the film exists in the Lego Movie universe, not in the
Yes.
Ninjago television series.
No, it doesn't exist
but-
in the Lego Movie universe because
But canonically,
no characters from the Lego movie that appear on it.
canonically, the reason why they did switch over was because between seasons 7 and 8, almost a year to 2 years has passed, and the ninjas have just basically grown up during that time.
Yeah, because I always thought that the film doesn't reflect what happens in the television series because it's.
I think it was either a year or 2 years has passed in between seasons, and like they just changed and they just grew up and changed because of that. Because like at this point, all the ninjas are like close to like becoming 20, like they're like late teenagers.
Cinefun asks, "Have you heard of Nostalgia Critic? Who is that? Never heard of him."
Hate him.
No, I have heard of Nostalgia Critic, and I quite like the Nostalgia Critic.
As near content's a little but I'll just watch it if it's at least a movie that I'm interested in him reviewing.
I enjoy most of his newer stuff. His
I
review,
just don't like the skits.
his
Yeah,
review
those
on
darn
Daredevil.
skits.
His review on Daredevil from 2003 is hilarious. I am the angst.
I don't know, I just haven't been able to get into them as I used to.
Kirby
God,
fan
Nathan,
2003
just
says,
fucking
"What's your favorite Thomas special? Legend of the Lost Treasure."
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, joke's on you. My favorite is Big World Big Adventures because I'm an edgelord. So
You
does
might
Streamworks.
want to leave now.
Yeah. Listen, I know your address.
Just
Oh.
go ahead and go.
Okay, I'll escort myself. I mean, sure, my favorite special is Sodor Legend Lost Treasure, but because I want to be an edgelord, it's Big World Big Adventures.
Oh, an edgelord is something you definitely are. Gotta love them edgelords, right? You guys have actually seen. You guys have actually seen Big World Big Adventures, right?
Yeah, we have.
I have.
I'm so sorry. I still haven't seen it and don't care to.
Fair enough. But yeah. But like, yeah, that's the reason why they switched over the designs. Basically, because like canonically time skips past.
Except Jay's appearance makes no sense.
Yeah, Jay looks younger than his past design. Like all the other ninjas, naturally older. Jay looks like they turned him to 14.
It's because Jay has Benjamin Button disease.
That would be a good. But like, oh my god, the 100th episode's coming up soon though.
It's only supposed to last, what, 26 episodes?
Yeah, but I mean, if the toy sales work and the characters are still lovable and the show clearly is doing well, then why not?
Yeah, but they like, it was like, duh, we're gonna get Chima instead, because kids like Chima, right?
And look
So
how that,
it was
look how
only
that did.
supposed to last 2 seasons.
And even Nexo Knights didn't last that long.
I knew it was supposed to only last at least 2 seasons because season 2 has a definitive ending, and then 3 is
Yeah.
like, oh look, epilogue,
Nathan, make your move.
and then they
Okay.
freaking kill Zane, and then they bring him back.
And then possession happened, and then they kind of killed Lloyd for a couple episodes.
Can't believe Lloyd died.
Like,
Can we get,
hey,
like, 5
we
likes in
pulled
the
a
chat?
Marvel. We killed a character and brought him back.
Or DC, because DC does that a lot with Superman.
Freaking Superman.
Superman's overrated. There's another thing that's overrated, because we're talking about overrated
Superman
shit.
the movie from 1978 is overrated, okay? Like, it's,
Well, yeah, because the ending is, like, really stupid.
it's good. I wrote a review from it from my Instagram, which I'm gonna post maybe a few days from now. Like, it's good. I enjoyed it, but god damn, that ending sucks. And then the Lois Lane bit where she's, "Can you read my mind?" And then just thinking about Margot Kidder nowadays and how she would say that. Can you read my mind?
Isn't it in the fourth movie that he does the kiss that like can like clear people's
No,
memories
it was
or something?
two.
That was two.
It was in the Richard
Damn, imagine if
Lester.
he did
It
that
was
with
in the
Lex
Richard
Luthor.
Lester cut of 2. The reason I say that is because there's 2 cuts of Superman 2. Richard Donner and Richard Lester. You saw
Nathan,
so
make
many-
your move.
You saw the theatrical cut, which was Richard Lester's cut. Richard Donner's cut has Superman turn the Earth back around again.
Well, too bad I'm not Superman, because if I could do that, then there's a lot of shit I would actually fix. Damn.
Joey
I love the
Condrey.
robot chicken.
Joey
I
Condrey
love it.
asks, Misty Island Rescue or Big World Big Adventures? Neither of them. I choose death.
I haven't seen Big World Big Adventures in a while. Misty Island Rescue isn't that bad, but it's not great.
Let me put it this way: I would rather marry Cersei Lannister than watch either of those again, and I hate her.
Hmm.
You should watch Game of Thrones.
People at my work to watch Game of Thrones. They would binge it like during their break, so I could
It's
catch
so good.
Your turn.
It's better
Okay.
than Ninjago. What? I didn't say that.
Oh, right, back to Ninjago. No.
Well, no shit, it's gonna be better than Ninjago. I mean, it's an adult series. They can develop the characters more. At least it was actually supposed to span out more than like 2 seasons.
And it has boobs.
And there's death in it. So
Ninjago
much
doesn't
death.
have boobs. Take that.
Your turn, Nathan.
No, but for real though, whenever I tell somebody, yeah, I think Game of Thrones is great, they're always like, "Oh yeah, you just watch it because boobs." I'm like, "No, I watch it because it has a sophisticated storyline with really good fleshed out characters and great action sequences. The boobs are just a plus."
It's sophisticated.
The boobs are just a plus.
Exactly.
And this is coming from a Christian man, so I can't watch
Hey,
GOT
man,
because
you
I
know
don't have
Christian not
HBO.
gonna like them.
I can't watch
Nathan, look, I
GOT
made a
because
penis.
I don't have HBO. Aaron, I don't have HBO either. Buy the Blu-ray sets. That's what I did. Responding
Right.
to chat
There,
questions.
you went. Never mind.
But for real though, sophisticated storylines with really good fleshed out characters and really awesome action sequences where you can actually see what happens.
I've actually seen the author of Game of Thrones in person.
George
George
R. R.
R.
Martin.
Yeah, I've actually seen him. Well, my cousin got to meet him because at Comic Con he was signing some stuff, and he got the ticket to be able to meet him. So
That's
I mean, I
awesome.
just saw him from a distance.
That's awesome.
I will say this though, a lot of people like criticize them because like, oh my goodness, why do you make a series that's so violent and has so much like sex in it? And I love his response. His response is like, well, no shit, because that's what actually happened in war in the past, because it did. Like there were people that got raped and people that died.
Also, the land of Westeros is fictional. Anything can happen. Aaron Vasquez responded to me saying the Blu-ray sets are too expensive. Not if you look hard enough, Aaron. Look on eBay. Do you have a multi-region DVD player? Because I do. Apparently I do. People keep telling me the Xbox One is region-free, but I mean, I don't know because
Why can't we just
Mine-
have everything be Region 0 at this point?
mine has had issues playing like UK Blu-rays. Like I own Lilo and Stitch and The Color of Money in their UK steelbooks, and sometimes they'll work and sometimes they won't, even though Blu-rays are supposed to be region-free.
Speaking of Stitch, that's actually not a bad conversation. Stitch's Great Escape, anyone? Closed. It died.
I'm
Very
very sad
horrible.
about that.
But Buzzy got stolen.
What?
Yeah, Buzzy from Cranium Command.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'd like to steal that Stitch animatronic though. That thing was amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually do have to give you that. I mean, the ride didn't look that great, but I would have preferred Alien Encounter.
Well, you bet.
I
Well, you
wouldn't
get
have,
the
'cause I'm a
skeleton of the
puss.
animatronic.
I wish I could remember clearly going on that ride when I was younger. But I remember loving it, and I remember meeting Stitch when I was younger. It's great.
And I've never been to Disney World, but one day I'll go. One day. The Disneyland's fun. I would actually prefer to go to Disneyland than the Magic Kingdom because of its historic value.
My mom's been to both.
Nathan, make your move.
She did the run in Disneyland a couple years ago. The Disney half marathon, I think it was. And she got to go to Disneyland and California Adventure, and then she came home and bragged about it.
Why didn't you go with her?
Because I couldn't.
Damn, that's so sad.
I do
Very
this.
sad.
Hey, Dad.
Because California Adventure is a lot better now because they add a lot of stuff. I need to go back.
Well, now it's Pixar Pier.
Who cares? I prefer Pixar Pier than Paradise Pier. Paradise Pier was lame.
All right, make your move,
The
Nathan.
only thing I want to do is go to Cars Land.
Oh yeah, Cars. Yeah, I forgot that's a California Adventure.
If I was a Muslim, Cars Land would be my mecca. That's the only thing I want to see in Disneyland is that.
I like that you don't like anime, yet you're still talking about mechas.
Talking about what?
Mechas.
Oh. Yeah, because anime is evil.
Anime is evil. Don't
All
tell
right,
me.
made my move.
Don't tell me it's not. Anime is out to poison the minds of our youth.
That's what our mom says about Pokemon.
That's what she also says about vaccines.
Yeah, and the Wi-Fi. And yes, I'm being serious. She says that about the Wi-Fi. She thinks Wi-Fi can kill you.
She thinks Wi-Fi can give you cancer. Nah, but
Yeah,
for real though,
Wi-Fi
I don't.
causes cancer.
my-
We would all have cancer.
My
Nathan, what are you
my
doing?
issues with anime delve strictly with the animation style. A lot of the times, mouths don't match what the characters are saying, and it pisses me off to no extent. And also,
Well,
s- and,
Oh, I'm
al-
doing
and also sometimes the situations are too over the top and just only
Let's
anime
talk
I like
about-
is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's not even anime.
Let's talk about Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse.
That was a good movie.
Indeed, it was.
You know what else was a good movie? Nathan's mom turned off the Wi-Fi.
Yep, that was a great movie. I can attest to that because I starred in it.
Alright,
That
Nathan,
wasn't a
make
bad
And I
movie.
quite
That was a
enjoyed the
great movie.
sequel. Nathan's mom hits him with the flip flop.
The sequel to that is Ryan wants to stay up to watch more Ruby, but his dad gets mad and he takes all his electronics away and turns off the Wi-Fi.
That sequel's not as good.
Yeah, you're right. Because but too bad. It's a good thing he didn't know it was you, Ryan. You know what's funny? After he did all that, he was like, "Whoever you're talking to on the internet is literally manipulating you," and did it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah,
Right.
but I'm not the one beating him with a flip flop.
Get on with it.
I mean, you know what's that's not even the worst thing she's hit me with. The worst thing she hit me with is an iPhone charger, and yes, it's painful.
What?
Like she literally whipped me with it, and with my leg. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't know what happened. I think it was because I Actually, I think
Your move.
I mean, I would have done the same thing, but
all right, Ryan.
now I know how to properly discipline my kids. Beat them with a flip flop
No, beat him with an iPhone charger.
and turn
Painful.
off the Wi-Fi because I believe they cause cancer. And not vaccinate my kids properly
Okay, Mom.
because apparently vaccines cause autism. Said no one ever.
All right, make your move, Nathan.
I mean, somebody did.
No,
but they
said
were wrong.
Nathan's mom. And like a bunch of other mothers in America for some reason.
Well, those mothers are stupid, including yours.
I know. I'm sorry. On part of my mom, I would like to apologize.
Part of my mother being a huge sack of idiocy. I'm sorry.
I am not being really nice to my mom.
Neither am
I
I,
think
but it's okay because I don't know her.
Did you win, Ryan?
I'm waiting for you.
Hold on. Dude, I think you won.
How did I win?
Never mind. I thought you checkmate me, but you didn't.
How do you even? The only way you can checkmate is you take a king.
Ryan, there's so many ways you can checkmate me right now.
How do you checkmate? I'm not a checkmate.
You have to corner me in places I can't move to.
I've done that multiple times.
No, you haven't, because this game would have been done if you already did.
It would have been done if you forfeit.
I'm not forfeiting.
We've been playing for like an hour and a half.
It's been more than that, man. It's been like 2 hours.
Just forfeit.
I'm not forfeiting. You're gonna watch Star Wars, Ryan, and you're gonna be happy.
No, I won't. I didn't like A New Hope. What makes you think I'm gonna like the other movies?
Alright, can we kick him from the stream now?
Wait a minute. Hang on. Did I hear that correctly?
I didn't find it as enjoyable as I thought I would.
Ryan,
How
you're
dare you, sir?
Ryan, you're just calling to get kicked from this stream.
I'm calling for you to watch Ninjago first.
Never.
I will defend my post until the day you Baba.
What the hell?
Well, just saying, this game lasts 24 hours, so if this game doesn't end in 24 hours...
I will skip school just to win.
Yeah, right.
I will do it. I already have to go see the movie anyways.
Well, we're gonna have to see Lego Movie tonight, because we gotta get catched up for Lego Movie 2
Not if
tonight.
you just accept your fate.
Wait,
Never.
are you two meeting up to see Lego Movie 2 or are you pirating it?
No,
We
both
were
have our own
trying
dates.
to, but we couldn't find a date because it's Chinese New Year for Ryan.
Yeah, and there's a lot of traveling going on. Plus, also, we both have our own dates now.
Yeah, we got dates to the movie. And it's not each other.
Well,
If you guys are wondering.
Well, you
It's
know
you.
what? Fine. Just leave me out of it.
Like a
Single
lover,
sad
it-
man.
Like
I'm
a
not
lover,
upset.
it's you.
I'm not upset.
It's
Don't
you,
worry.
lover.
If Parker lived nearby you, I know you both would go on a date to watch Lego.
Not happening.
Hey, who wants to join a server where you can't be homophobic or racist?
Yeah, it's a dumb server.
Nathan, come on.
I'm not gonna give up.
Like a lover, why are you turning on your camera?
Does I feel like it?
Okay. No, guys, I'm gonna show us something. I don't like where this is going.
Oh, no, don't show us your penis.
I'm not Jake. I'm not Jake.
Hey guys, you want to see my dick size?
You want to see it? That stupid camera would turn on. Maybe it's because I'm straight.
Nathan, make your move. Oh, you did.
Yeah, bitch.
No, but
Come at me, boy.
No, but actually, you bring up the date thing. I thought I would have one to at least see it with, but nah, the girl I was talking to turned out to be a huge hypocrite.
How did two losers get a date to that movie? That I will never
No,
figure
one
out.
loser and one person who actually does have a decent chance at something.
Not really. I mean, I haven't had one that's like actually like lived near me, so
Meanwhile, the
saying.
extremely sexy
I've
human
never had
being
one,
living over in.
period.
Meanwhile, the extremely sexy human being gets nothing.
I know.
Yeah, come on, come on, King Henry. We know you can do better.
Oh man.
How to remove someone from Discord group? No. I have a better idea. How to abort somebody at however old Ryan is.
You don't even know my age.
You're like 12, right?
How old is Nathan?
You're like 9.
I'm 2.
All right, how old is Nathan?
I'm a fetus.
Nathan's unborn.
That explains how you're bad at chess. Play your turn.
I'm gonna kick Ryan's ass. And he's gonna watch Star Wars and say New Hope is good.
No.
Because it actually is good. And if he doesn't admit it, then he's wrong.
Oh, if I think. That's something I never say.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Come on. I want this game to end. Also, Lake Lover, I got a question. Since when were you in college? I thought you were finishing your last year in high school.
I did that in May of last year.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, when I reveal my face, I'll post graduation pics.
Which is going to be at the end of the year, I'm guessing.
No,
Birthday?
I talked about it earlier in the stream. Like, one of the first videos when I come back from my break is going to be the face reveal.
Oh.
When is that break? Like,
I don't know when that's ending yet. I have
This
two,
is fake news.
because I have 2 classes I'm in right now that are online, and they're only going to ramp up. And I have a 3rd class that starts in March, so I don't.
Make your move, Nathan.
It all depends on how much content I have finished by then. And right now, it's
No,
not a
Lake
lot.
Love is spreading fake news. I don't believe him.
Fake news.
Fake news.
So right now, it's not a lot that I have done, but it could change by then. I don't know. We'll see what God's got in store for me.
We're about to hit move 117.
Toby Fan wants to know if I like the movie Cars. Yes. I like how the chat has basically come to a halt like the U.S. economy in 2008. Thanks,
Damn.
Obama.
I actually know people who lost their houses thanks to that. This was really sad.
Someone wants to tell me Obama was a good president. Ha!
Well, he wasn't, so.
yeah, he was.
I feel like Steven Crowder. Change my mind.
Nathan, make your move, sir.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Come on,
Seriously,
bro.
though, Steven Crowder is hilarious. If you guys haven't watched his channel, it is like it's so funny.
I've watched a bit of it. But lately I've been really into watching Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro was really good.
Yeah.
Have you watched Hunter Avalon?
I watched a little bit. Like, when you linked the video in that chat, I watched, like, 2 videos of him.
He makes
No one
he makes really
call
good
Joseph
stuff.
Watson now.
He makes really good stuff too. Hunter Avalon does.
Hey guys.
Wait, what about
all the? So I'm gonna say something really quick. It's a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna say this real quick. All right.
Ryan
Yeah.
hates women.
To all the train shippers out there, Rosie is red, Thomas is blue. Please stop now before I start killing you.
I support this message. President Leg
Make your-
Oliver supports this message.
Any rational person would, honestly. Not to call out people by names, but a lot of people are really obsessed with the Ashima Thomas. Can we stop that too?
Yeah. Like, I can't believe there's people who actually think Ashima's a good character. Like, an interesting character.
She's not bad. She's just, like, really overglorified.
Make your move, Nathan.
is Ashima. I'm Indian.
And I'm Indian. Ha!
That's her literal, like, her entire character. My name's Ashima. I'm Indian.
And then you have to be yourself. That's it.
Your
And-
move, Nathan.
And then she also has asthma, because that's her name, Asthma.
Azuma.
Asthma. The joke originated from the Grease and Oil podcast. Throwback. I've been re-listening to their older episodes, Matt and Vinny's Grease and Oil podcast. It's a good show. Like they did a good job with that show. I missed that show. I've got them all downloaded on my computer and converted to MP3, so I can just put them on my phone whenever I want to listen to them. And I miss
It
that
took
show.
me a while to get used to it, but I got into it after a while.
I missed that show, man. I'm on episode 5 where they do the "We're still leaving the station" bit.
I remember when they like used to make fun of me all the time on that podcast,
Yeah, that was in the early days.
and everyone hated me.
Early days, that was like 2016. Early days is like 2014.
Yeah, because that was really early on. Real talk, though, I want to talk a little bit about. I know no one, like literally no one's watching the stream right now, but it's fine. I want to talk about the state of the community right now and just how
Oh boy, they make your move.
how
Okay.
different it is from back when I first joined in like 2012. I'm feeling like nostalgic for like 2014, 2015 because that's when folks like MPS, like Eric Pierre, like Matt here, the Japanese train, used to upload like all the time. And like the community was basically thriving. People like to say that, well, 2015 was a horrible year for the, or no, 2015, like people like to say, well, 2015 was like the best year of the community. Looking back, it kind of was in terms of content, not in terms of fights or anything, but in terms of content, it was. You had a ton of Wooden Railway people uploading videos in it. From a perspective of a fan like myself, I was getting maybe 1 or 2 Wooden Railway videos a week. Now I'm lucky to get one every couple of months.
They have to make your move.
No, thank you.
And I get that that's because like these guys have grown out of it. They're done with Thomas for the most part. They're moving on to other things. It just sucks to see like now I'm doing the same thing. I'm growing out of it too and moving on to other things. It just sucks to see this era of the community come to an end.
Don't worry. I'm getting out of Thomas a bit too, but getting into Lego isn't very much of an improvement. No, I still like Thomas. It's just I'm just taking a bit of a break from it because there's just not much that's.
Why are you taking a long break from Thomas?
Yeah, I'm taking our old friend's advice.
I feel like me and King Henry are the only ones left who consistently work on Thomas videos. The thing, and like
I don't
the thing,
make videos, but I.
like Layla, back at like a majority of your old group, back in the day, I think most of them have pretty much stepped down from making Thomas videos at this point.
And it sucks looking back on it. Like I said, Matt is, I don't know what Matt's doing. Lemmy has basically stepped off the face of the earth. Multi streams every once in a while. He doesn't make a lot of Thomas content much anymore. Mike has tried to come back several times, but he's way too busy with college. James is busy with college. I know he has stuff in the can. I know he wants to make more stuff. Roman has basically said he's done.
Oh,
Wait,
Roman,
really?
It makes me nostalgic for like old crossovers, like the stuff that used to be on MPS's channel before he did like the whole privating thing, which sucks. That he took down a lot of his old content, which I like his old content. I wish he'd bring it back.
I don't get why people do
they have
that.
to make your
Like,
move.
That's something I've
private
never
videos.
agreed with. Like, sure, you might be embarrassed by it, but it shows growth of your channel. Like, I know
This is
for
why-
me, like, I still have a majority of my old content still up. Now, you have to kind of look for some of it, like my old series episodes, but that's for a formality thing, you know? But a lot of my older stuff is still up, and you can see how my channel has progressed. That's why I think MPS should bring those videos back, because I know he doesn't want people looking at his channel saying, oh, he makes dumb Thomas videos. But you can see the progression of that, and fans really like those videos. I like most of his older reviews. I liked his crossovers with Eric Pierre and stuff like that. I miss that stuff, and I want to see those videos again. I like the MP show, for God's sake. I miss that.
Same. I actually, that was one of my favorite things coming to it weekly, to be honest.
I will go ahead and say on stream, though, I was going through one of my old hard drives on one of my older computers. I have the first, 18 episodes of the MP show downloaded on that. I don't know why, but I have them, and I rewatched them a few months ago. I still enjoy them. I've got a lot of
Sad.
older crossovers that have been taken down from other people's channels too. So, and if anybody wants those, hit me up.
Yeah, but like it's
Which
really
ones aren't
sad.
available? I haven't really paid attention to them.
Nathan, make your move.
Okay.
But like crossovers, man, I feel nostalgic for crossovers too. Like I was I was thinking about this at work today. I basically whenever I work, I'm not allowed to have headphones in, so I just think constantly. So I go on monologues at work in my head and I try to retell them here on the stream. But I was thinking about this today. The modern Thomas Wooden Railway crossover has pretty much gone the way of the Western. What I mean by that is crossovers back in 2014 and 15 were the community's bread and butter. Everybody was doing them. Everybody was trying their best to make one. Me and Matt were working on one for a while. We never finished it, but we were working on one for a while too. Just like the Westerns of older Hollywood. Everybody was making Westerns in like the 50s and 60s because that was the popular genre. And then came the sci-fi stuff with Star Wars. And then came other genres after that, noir style stuff.
Dinosaur movies, shark movies.
Nathan, make your move.
But the thing that I would equate that knocked the crossovers off of that pedestal were the collabs. That's not tooting my own horn saying that, oh, I was involved in the original collabs. I was the one who started it. No, this is just me looking in through that eyeglass. The collabs are more popular than ever now. You got everybody trying to make collabs. I mean, we watched a couple collabs a few weeks ago. You know, we watched the Cranky Bugs collab, which is the best collab out there.
Is that poop?
Yes, the best collab out there. But you see all these people who are inspired to make these collabs, they knock the crossovers off just like the modern day superhero film killed the Westerns. Or like the sci-fi genre killed the Western. Basically anything killed the Westerns.
Yeah.
But it
But
makes
one
me
thing-
wonder what will be the next fad that hits the community. What will knock
I'm
the
just saying-
crossovers off?
I'm just saying, nothing is gonna kill Shrek as a signal man. I'm just saying.
But it
But,
does.
one thing-
But it does get me curious thinking about what will knock the crossover, or what will go the way of the crossovers next. What will knock the collabs off? Like what will knock the superhero films off? Because superhero films are going to be around forever.
Mm.
Just like collabs aren't going to be around forever. You know, the fad will eventually fade, and I wonder what will be next.
Yeah, but superhero movies show no signs of dying thanks to Black Panther. I think we're gonna see more minorities as superheroes, though. That's the one thing I can say.
And that's a good thing in my mind. They are changing with the times. You know, something I don't think the crossovers were able to do. Like the Westerns were never be able to do. The Westerns felt formulaic. So did the crossovers. The crossovers felt like skit, review, skits in middle, skit at the end. That was every crossover from 2014 to 2016. Pretty much. That everybody made. Don't even say it wasn't, because it was. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. You know, you could say some superhero films or westerns feel formulaic as well. Doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that they had a formula, they stuck to it, they didn't evolve, and they died. That was part of the reason why I felt that watching that Roll and Whistle Charlie collab that was uploaded to Matt's channel felt like such a throwback, and it felt so weird watching a video like that in 2018.
Wait, which one's the one that he did with Jake? That one is probably going to be the one that doesn't last or doesn't age well.
Nathan,
Hold on.
It's just,
All right, you know what, Ryan? Fine, I forfeit. There, I'm tired of this game.
I win!
All right, Ryan, you won.
We get to watch Ninjago on Friday.
Yep.
Woo! And I will rewatch all of them. Alright, I'll make you a deal. Since you lost, I'll be fair. I'll watch the Star Wars movies in the order you think is best.
Deal.
Alright, but you have to watch season 6 to 9 of Ninjago first.
Season 5, actually, I haven't seen season 4.
Season 5 to season... I guess? No. Season 10 is going to be done this Friday. So season 5 to season 10.
All right.
Woo! And, kids, this is what happens. If you have a stubborn mind like me, you get what you want. Kind of like what happened to Totally Thomas.
Yep.
So
But
that
anyways.
that was just my take on the community
Yeah,
nowadays. Like,
if I can say my stay in the community, the crazy thing to also think about is that there's not really a bunch of fan series out there anymore, like in One Railway. When you think about it,
because
like-
most of the fan series are over.
yeah, Sudrian Conflict ended.
Good.
Sodor Stories.
Gotta
Sodor
love
Stories
that.
kind
Gotta
of.
love that meme of Lego Lover hates Sudrian Conflict. I don't hate Sudrian Conflict. Okay, I think it's fine. I just don't like a lot about it. I hate season 3. I'll go ahead and admit that right now. I hate season 3
Sodor
with a passion.
Stories from HGJT kind of left a long time ago and never really came
That's
back.
not being finished.
Not John's series was very close to season 1 coming to a close, and then that happened. And then my series, I think I can honestly say at this point, is canceled because I just don't find the same enjoyment as it is anymore.
It's the
I feel
second
like-
time you cancel it.
Well, yeah, but like the thing is, like I feel like fan series now are just like aren't going to be around for much longer because people don't find as much enjoyment to make their own series anymore. You know?
That's with me. I'm not into making my own series. I'm probably because I'm not a writer, but
And we're only looking at this from a Wooden Railway perspective. I'm sure there's a ton of fan series out there that are made in trains, that are made with Tomy stuff. We don't know every Thomas channel that's out there.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like
can-
trains is the medium that's thriving the most nowadays.
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's a good point.
I would say that too. Trains is one of the mediums that, because it's so easy for anyone to access, pretty much. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's easy to use or easy to record with.
and like but like the train's model makers have ever since SI3D shut down. It's thrived like never before. People are now are so willing and have done amazingly making their own models for trains. It's insane. It's insane to watch. They're kind of like rabbits multiplying. They're just like going every second.
Guys multiplying faster than the Catholic rabbit.
But yeah, it's crazy to think about. But yeah, it's really weird because Wooden Railway, it's weird to think. When I joined in 2015, that was like the biggest from what I've heard, the biggest resurgence of community members in a year because like multiple
was,
people
yeah.
joined.
2015
And I
was
feel-
a very profitable, I'll say, year for the Wooden Railway, even though
Yeah,
we don't make money
and-
here. But
And I believe I was the first one to have joined the community within 2015, if I do recall. Not to brag or anything, that's just going off the top of my head.
When did I make my channel? Hold on.
And my 10-year, not my 10-year, God no. I think my 4-year anniversary is coming up very soon. My
Mine is
4
coming up in April.
I joined YouTube on the 10th of this month. Which is insane to think about.
yeah, my
4 years of doing this.
my 7-year anniversary is this year.
Yeah, but 4 years. It's weird to think about how 4 years doesn't seem that long, but after going through it, it's like it almost felt like nothing. You know? It's like you come in and then like you do some fun stuff and then almost just like that it's gone. It's weird.
It's all time, man.
Damn, does anybody remember when layout videos were a thing? I remember
Yeah.
with like Henrik Fan 88 and Arbophil sharing those. That's going way back.
Hell, I made a few layout videos for my own series, detailing like.
I mean,
what
who
was
makes
where.
a layout video nowadays? The only person I can think of is maybe Keith.
Yeah, but Keith
But
Gray
Keith
hasn't
Gray has
uploaded in
also
months.
disappeared for a while. Now. He hasn't uploaded in like months.
Yeah, Keith Gray hasn't uploaded in months either. Which, you know what, to fully disclose this, we understand that these guys have actual
Lives
like
now. They're
personal
growing up.
lives, like Keith Gray and stuff like them. Like Matt's in college right now. All these other guys are in college and stuff like that. We understand why they're not uploading.
I
Just
think
to like tell the chat that
Yeah.
I remember whatever back in
I
like
think-
2016 you would say, oh, so and so hasn't uploaded yet. You would get some little prick going down your throat saying they have a personal life. Stop being such a dickwad towards them. And I'm like, okay, man, calm down. I didn't step on your
Yeah.
cat or anything.
Yeah, but like I think the main reason Keith Gray hasn't uploaded is because I think he might be finishing college. Maybe? I'm not sure. It's kind of speculation to me. But it's so weird. And not to mention,
I'm keep my mouth shut about Kikri because I know some stuff I shouldn't.
Here's the thing. The one thing about the that's really sad to think about too is that the quote unquote standard to filming now has gone so high that it takes forever for anyone to make something. You know?
Hell,
Well,
my
yeah.
standards aren't even that high, and it still takes me forever to film something.
Yeah. But like, I feel like with me though, I think it was just kind of felt natural for me to upgrade stuff eventually because now I've upgraded to a 6 foot by 6 foot filming table pretty much. But it's crazy to think that it's weird. It's just weird to think that most of the community members now are practically non-existent. You know.
Most of the bigger ones, yeah.
And most of the smaller ones have either been affected by Big World Big Adventure and have tapped out, haven't really done anything in a long time, or just don't see the interest in it anymore. It's really sad, honestly, to see the community kind of go down a bit.
Well, there's no one else to blame than Mattel for that matter. If you're gonna like look at things that way, because
And I know it's cliche to blame Mattel for everything, but in this case, you kind of have to.
but it's their fault because they're the ones that ruined all this pretty much free marketing. Just look at what everybody was doing with the TCC, and now people don't even want to be in TCC. I remember
Yeah,
when it
and
started,
now-
everyone was
Is
like,
that
"I
even
want
still a thing? Is it still going?
It hasn't been uploaded in like a month.
It's
Well,
dead."
Well, they're like, aren't they on like uploading break or something?
Not sure, but like, and not to mention another thing, it's like, it's also really weird to think about that. Remember when they used to do Fan Friday?
Oh, I was in that.
What were you casted for?
The Will You Won't You remake.
But it's weird to think that was so cool. I always dreamed that at one point when it got good enough, I was able to be part of that, but they don't even do that anymore.
See, and
Well,
see,
let's
and that's
see.
not to say that like the community itself is entirely dead. You know, you got stuff like Classic Series Creations, which I know King Henry is a part of,
And
You
so
know-
am I.
and
I
yeah,
used
Ryan's a part
Too,
of that
but
too.
there's nothing's really been done.
And I've been thinking about like I know I messaged what's his name, Jolly Good Idea Studios, if he needed any like narrator roles because I feel like I'd be good for that. And like I would want to get involved with that more. I just know that my filming standards don't measure up with your all's. But you know what? That's okay. I could do something else. But like that out there is like the biggest driving force I think of the community in large right now is Classic Series Creations is a thing, and apparently it's
Yeah.
good. I haven't had time to watch anything from it yet. I'm sorry, guys, but at some point I will.
But it's
I
like,
need my role back in that, but I don't. The E93 hasn't, or no one really has contacted me about anything since a while ago.
it's really just sad to see the community kind of die off in a way.
They
Not to
haven't
say
really
it's
done a
dead.
Fan Friday since 2017, if you're wondering, Ryan. I checked.
Well, like, not that the community's dead or anything, but like, it's slowly. It's gonna take a little while for more members to come back in and join. But like, with so many people leaving at once, it's gonna be a lot harder than it was in 2015.
We're going
mean,
through a
just-
similar situation like this in my youth group at church. Because if you don't know, my for those of you who are still watching this stream, that probably aren't a lot of you, but in my youth group at church, it goes. We have a middle school like area. We have a high school program. And then after high school, you kind of are just let loose to do your own thing. You can go to the college ministry, the young adult ministry, which is what I'm in right now. And, you know, this last year was the year that was my last year in the high school ministry program. And we had probably, I'd say, 15 seniors, including myself. And that 15 seniors, I would say, made up about 30 to 40% of the high schoolers that attended the high school stuff, the regular high schoolers that would attend the stuff. And when that group of seniors left, because a lot of those seniors who are my personal friends are off at college right now, are off at like places like EKU and UK and stuff like that, aren't here in Louisville. That high school ministry is going through a bit of a recession right now because they don't have a lot of people that are coming to the stuff. They don't have a lot of seniors to be leaders in that area. And I feel that's the same thing happening with the community at large right now. We have the group of seniors, which are, you know, people like me, Matt, MPS, Turtles, all those guys that are on the way out the door. And now we have virtually not almost nobody still here, but we have a fair amount of people that are still here, but we don't have any people that are willing to step up and say, yo, I'll be a leader. I'll get people to join and stuff like that, which is weird to say in context of a community, like going out and recruiting people. Hey, you should join the Thomas Wooden Railway community and stuff like that. No, I'm not saying that at all. But that's how I see the situation is it's in a recession right now. And with a recession, the only place you can go is up. So I would say in the next couple of years, we'll get more members. I mean, there'll always be people interested in this kind of medium, but it just takes time.
Yeah.
Anything's going on with my old church. That church is fucked, and it sucks because that was like my childhood church. But so many crap has been going on there that everybody's just been disbanding. That church is just barely anyone's going there anymore, and it's kind of sad to see that fall.
And I hate seeing the fact that some of my friends are thinking about like, yo, we might not come back here anymore because this is like, why aren't you coming back? This is our church. This is where we grew up. Like a lot of us have known each other since we were in like first grade, and now you're just gonna abandon it. Like there was a girl that used to go to my church that I used to work with too that is now gay and doesn't go to church anymore. Which is a big change in that. And I'm just like, how could you not turn your back, but how could you make a decision like that so quickly and just leave everything that you know behind?
I mean, honestly, that's happened to this one girl that well, it was a sister of who I was best friends with at the time of my church, and now like she's become a reborn again Christian again. So I mean, honestly, anything's possible. I mean, that girl can go back to church eventually too. I think it's I don't want to say give the excuse that it's just a phase, but I mean, there is kind of a rebellious stage, I guess, in people, and I mean, like the one girl that I mentioned was lesbian at one point, but now that she's back at church, she's been contributing to it more than ever. So,
and I don't
anything.
blame this girl. I'm not going to say her name for privacy's sake. I don't blame this girl for changing her ways and turning her back on this. It's her decision, not mine. She can do what she wants, but in my eyes, making that sexual choice is wrong. She is turned her back on Christianity in my eyes. From the outside looking in is what it looks like. She doesn't come to church anymore. She's basically lost is what I'm trying to think about here is like I know everyone's going to say, "Oh, like Oliver's a big old homophobe because he thinks being gay is wrong." I think the concept of it is wrong. Yes. I think that it's well, I wouldn't say it's inhumane. I'd say it's not the way it's supposed to be. God created man and woman in holy matrimony to be married together. That is real marriage. You cannot tell me differently. I do not care if you think I'm a bigot. I do not care if you think I am a racist. I do not care if you think I'm a homophobe. You cannot tell me differently that marriage is not between a man and a woman. It is.
I mean, you can't have children if it's 2 men and 2 women. It has to be 1 and 1.
And the thing that pisses me off the most about people who come after me for saying, well, your opinions are bigoted, is you think that I'm supposed to care what you think. My identity, the person that I'm supposed to be, is validated by God. That's the only person who can judge me. That's the only thing in this universe that can judge me. And that I actually care about judging me. I do not care what you leftist idiots think of me. You can say I'm a homophobe all you want. My identity is in Christ the Lord. I do not care what you think. And I will speak my opinions on my Twitter for as long as I am on this earth. I will not shut up. I will not stop preaching about this stuff because it's what I'm supposed to do.
Amen.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh.
Take that, Chris Thompson. I'm sorry, I had to.
For real, though. Take that, Chris Thompson. Take that, and take that anybody who's come after me for saying that kind of stuff. Or who's blocked me because they saw I'm an evil conservative. Didn't even take the time to get to know me. Just boom, block. Terrible person. Goodbye. How do you think that makes you look? That's my response to that. How do you think that makes you look? Does that not make you look like a petty, whiny asshole? Does that not make you look bad for?
It's more bigoted than It's more they look more bigoted than who they're accusing of being a bigot.
Yeah.
That's precisely it. Like they assume they have the moral high ground, but the moment they open their mouth, their argument goes down the toilet. It's just like that quote I tweeted on my Twitter the other day from my great grandfather. My dad told me that last night. He said, and I'm quoting him here. It's better to keep your mouth shut and let people think that you're a dumbass rather than open your mouth and prove it without a shadow of a doubt. After hearing that, I wish I could have met my great grandfather before he passed away. Because he sounded like one hell of a guy. And that's something I think everybody should live by. It's better to keep your mouth shut and let people think you're a dumbass rather than prove it by speaking.
The people who
at
are
Jacob
arguing on
Gyra.
Actually, that is here. Actually, Susan, isn't a bad time to ask about that, because I mean, we all know the Bible it says that like God's the only one that can judge, and anybody can be forgiven. But what about Jacob? Like, in all seriousness,
he can be forgiven. I mean, Jesus died for our sins.
He died for everyone, including Jacob.
Well, yeah. So, like, Jacob's diet was to, repent and change his ways, and yeah, God would forgive him.
Which he will never do because I'm sure he believes that God's forsaken him, and that could not be further from the truth. The thing that
didn't he call you an idiot for believing in God or something?
Yeah.
By the way, I'll say this right now. I didn't follow whatever religion you want. Don't let anyone stop you. And this is coming from an atheist here.
The thing that really angers me is whenever somebody... Shoot, I completely lost my train of thought.
Nailed it.
I had a really good point. Now it's gone. Dang it. Well, maybe it'll come back later. Oh, wait, it's back now. What really angers me is whenever people like Jake say, well, God's not in my life. He turned his back on me. He ran away from... Oh, hang on a second there. Why is your first instinct to blame him? Why is your first instinct to say it's his fault? Why is it that you're not the one that's at blame here? Why is it that you're so perfect that you're blameless in this situation? Because you're not. That's bull. God doesn't turn his back on anybody. He is not, it says in the Bible, he will not forsake you. God's not forsaken anyone. It's us as a species that's turned our backs on him. It's this country that's turned its back on him. And that's why he's not present nowadays. That's why he's not speaking to everybody. Like, obviously he speaks to his followers through certain ways. At least I believe that. But that's why he's not like a big booming voice in the sky saying, yo, America, what up, bro? It's because we turned our backs on him. That's something that is so interesting to me is when you read Genesis is we're the ones that screwed up. We're the ones that took the gift of free will and said, we're going to screw this up for us. That's, people talk about how, Jesus was God's greatest gift. And I agree with it to the fullest extent. But I'd say another great gift he gave us was free will. And why I think that is, that's one of God's greatest sacrifices. He could have made humanity as little robots that were made to worship him, that would sing his praises without any rebellious activity whatsoever. He could have done that. But he didn't. He chose to give us free will because he wanted us to accept him on our own terms. He wanted us to love him because we choose to love him. Not because he programmed us to love him. And that is something that I feel was one of his greatest sacrifices. He created a people with the intent, or with the knowledge that some of them would turn against him, that some of his children would say, "You're not my father," and run away from him. That's a father's love right there, that he would still create people, knowing that they would run away from him. And I gotta think that breaks his heart. But he still did it. He made that sacrifice. And years
And even
later,
then, by the end of
and
when the time comes, we're gonna face the actions and consequences too.
and years later, he made another sacrifice by sending his son down to die. I mean, if that's not a loving father, I don't know what is. And Nathan's right. In the future, when Jesus does come back, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess, and those who turned away will reap the consequences. That's just how it's going to be. I pity those people. I pity the people who haven't been reached yet.
Does that include atheists?
Well, you know who he is. I mean, you've heard this kind of stuff, Ryan.
That's true.
I mean people who've never heard the good news, like people who don't know who Jesus is, people who have never heard the gospel.
Ah.
It says in Revelation, I think. I tried to read Revelation when I was like 12. It confused the hell out of me, so I didn't read it all the way through. But it says in Revelation, when everyone on earth has been reached by the name of Jesus, the time for him to return draws closer. Something along those lines is said in there. And I know for a fact not everybody on earth has been reached yet. But when it does happen, that means that time's a coming. Jesus is a coming.
And it'll make everything new.
And you know what? I look forward to that day.
Let's step away from religion for a little while, because that's not particularly one of the brightest things, you know.
But it's good to spread the word either way, man. I mean,
yeah, I always stand by this. Despite me being atheist and not following any religion, I still say if you want to preach your word, you go ahead and do it. Don't be like, there's only, this religion, this X religion is the best, and everyone should follow it, and you say otherwise, then fuck you. That's not right at all. I say kind of be like me, and that's ironic because somebody's not atheist, but just accept that you are who you are, follow what you believe in, and if someone else doesn't, then just accept it. And if they don't accept you for your beliefs, then, well, figure out what you want to do from there.
See, I do believe that Christianity is the only religion that's the truth. But, people can follow what they want. That doesn't mean that I think that they're right in what they're following, especially with Islam. I have a lot of issues with Islam, considering it's not a religion of peace. We're not going to get into that because we would be here for hours. But this is what I'm called to do. And this is what, even though there's only let me check the stats here. There's only 8 people watching right now.
Still something.
That's still 8 people that I have shared my testimony with. Yeah. Now it just dropped to 6. Now that's still 6 people that I just shared. That just
but
shared.
I gotta ask.
That I just shared my faith with, and that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to spread the good news.
So what was your question, Ryan?
So I gotta ask this. I guess both of you guys, since you're both religious, and Henry, you can tap into if you're religious.
He's religious.
Yeah.
All right. I guess my main question is that what do people think of atheist people? I mean, as an atheist myself, I personally just don't follow religion because I don't particularly care for it. Which I know that's one of many reasons why atheist people kind of do it, but that's just my personal thing. I just don't care for religion, to be honest. And so I just want to know from a religious person standpoint on atheist people.
Well, I think every single atheist is a dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Okay, thank you for that.
Go to hell.
Now where do I put my gun in my Bible?
That's Thank you for that. I know where I belong now.
Good old country Lego lover. He comes out every stream.
God.
Well, I
But
can't
no,
believe I'm gonna sound like that, but
no,
I
actually,
mean,
no, actually,
I
no,
mean,
Lego Lover. Like, what
I
do you
think
think?
people. I think people, like Lego Lover said earlier, God gives us the right to believe in whatever we want to believe in, but we're still going to face the consequences in the end. And I don't want to sound like, if you don't believe in this, you're going to hell. But I mean, if I believe that Jesus is coming again, and that is technically what's going to happen. Now I believe everybody has a choice um, to convert. I'm not going to force it upon them. It's people's choices. Because
Yeah, you're not supposed to force it either.
yeah, because I see people at Comic Con, and like outside of Comic Con, having these posters like begging people to repent and stuff, and I don't think that's the best way to convey it. I mean, I applaud them for doing God's work, but I don't think it's the best way to convey it by just telling everyone to just repent and that whatever they're doing is wrong.
You think
So,
about it through the way that Jesus taught it. The way that Jesus brought people to him was just having a conversation with the person. That's the best way I feel like anybody can, share their faith or anything like that. That's the way I've always done it.
like Ryan, we've talked like I don't know but like every day for how many weeks straight? But like I never once like judged you for being atheist or said I don't want to talk to you for
Yeah.
being atheist. So like I don't like because it's your choice and I'm not gonna judge you for it. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of atheist people get a bad rep, though. And if you have a bad rep against atheists just because you don't like people follow religion, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. But like, and that's not even you as a cast. I totally am. You believe what you believe in. But I feel like a lot of atheist people get a lot of bad rap because most it's kind of the stereotype of atheist people be like, oh yeah, fuck Christianity for an example, or like fuck Buddhism or something like that. As
Christian movies, what?
pretty much. But
Okay,
basically,
I'm Christian, but I hate God's Not Dead too. The first one's fine, but the second one is just awful.
I've never seen any of them. Have you seen Exodus, Gods and Kings, Nathan?
I have not seen that one.
It
My
is-
parents did.
It is
Is it
really
good?
good. You should give it a watch.
I was gonna watch it, but I think I decided to stay home.
It is an awesome epic. Christian
But,
Bale
yeah,
kills it as
I'm
Moses.
sorry, I can't stand the God's Not Dead series. I haven't seen the third one. I have no plans to. But in there, it's just if you want to know the definition of painting atheists as bad people, that's the series. God's Not Dead, because literally, like the atheist guy dies because he feels bad, and now he dies because of that. So
Referring to Ryan's question, I never really answered it. I would say that I don't have any like ill will towards atheists. I would say that I think that saying that there is no God is wrong. At least in my opinion, that's wrong. But I'm not going to judge you for that, Ryan. I don't judge you for anything that you've done, because it's not my place to. I am not God. I am merely a follower, and it's not my place to say whether or not you're going to hell or anything like that. It's not my place to say that. While it is my place to plant the seed and say, here's what I think that you should do, and here's what Jesus says about this. And that's what I have done with a lot of people in my life, including on these live streams. But I have no ill will towards anybody who is atheist. I do not agree with their view on the Lord our God. I do not agree with it at all. But that's one aspect of their life that I cannot change. It's the same opinion I have with homosexual people. I do not care about their sexual orientation. But don't shove it down my throat. I do not care.
Oh, so you think atheist people are
Thank
bad,
you.
huh? No.
So here's a good example.
Yeah. I'm an atheistophobe, is what you're saying.
So, here's the best example of that. I have an uncle who is gay, but my grandparents are very Christian. My dad is very Christian, and all the rest of my dad's siblings are very Christian. And I actually didn't even know my uncle was gay until I was like 11, because my cousin told me about it. And he never shoved it in his throat. He was just like, "Oh, I'm gay," but he didn't. That wasn't the only thing that he talked about and made his entire personality about. And that, I think, is pretty much the best way to approach it. If you make being gay your only personality, then yeah, I think that is a problem, because it's not like you're just it's the same thing with Christians shoving their religion to atheists. They're just trying to shove people to accept them.
Yeah, I know personally, I don't try to shove anything down anyone's throat. You know, that might sound hypocritical coming from someone who tweets about politics constantly, but that's just because I want to get my opinion out there. I want to get my word on the subject out there. I don't care who sees it. I just want people to know that this is what I think.
That's kind of the same thing with me, and Nathan, you know what I'm talking about. Same thing with me with Ruby reviews, or like, you know, stuff like that, or like anime in general. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, Lego Lover jokes about anime's trash and stuff like that, or like a lot of people do in our group circles.
That's because it is.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing wrong, no matter what, with getting your opinions out there. Granted, some of your opinions can be very, very controversial ones at that, but it's still your opinion. You have every right to share them. Don't let anyone ever stop you.
You know me, controversial opinion man. That would be my superhero name. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's controversial opinion man, spreading racism and homophobia everywhere he goes.
As he flies by, he says, like, as he flies by, it's like an overhead. It's like a still shot. As you see him swoop down and fly past, he goes, "Faggot," and just flies off.
I'm just like flying through, just screaming my controversial opinions. The Democrats are ruining America. Hillary Clinton should be in jail.
Trump is the best president.
Opinion, I think she should be in jail.
Orange Man is not bad, contrary to what the media will tell you.
He's not even orange.
Nancy Pelosi has a fake face.
The Force Awakens was really okay. Bad.
She's really annoying. I can't stand her.
Nancy Pelosi should probably
stop going like religious or like politics. You say random stuff like The Force Awakens was okay.
But it was okay. Actually, it was actually pretty good.
Oh, it is? I was making a joke.
I think
no, if we made to The Last Jedi, that would have been better.
I was just making a joke. Damn.
No, there's way more people out there that hate The Last Jedi over Force Awakens. I mean, there was some backlash to Force Awakens, but Last Jedi took the cake.
I like The Last Jedi. I don't care what people say.
I just find it odd how people are like, well, The Last Jedi was the first Star Wars film to really be controversial. Prequels, Force Awakens, there was controversy that you just didn't see. And of course, everyone thought Solo was meh, but I'm like, Solo's great.
I'm sorry, but Solo wasn't that great.
I love Solo. I don't care. Solo's amazing.
Fun fact: the one scene in there was inspired by the Slow-Mo guys.
By the what?
Slow-Mo guys.
Oh.
That whole train scene was actually inspired by one of the Slow-Mo guys' videos.
I thought you weren't a Star Wars fan, Ryan.
Yeah, but I'm a Slow-Mo guys fan. They mentioned it.
I liked Rogue One more, but that's probably because I like the Darth Vader fight. Actually, the entire ending is...
Solo, to me, is one of the most expansive Star Wars films because it includes so much in one film. Like, not including A New Hope that threw in all this new stuff that was new for then. But, like, Solo is more expansive in terms of the galaxy, in terms of, like, this is what happens in this crime syndicate and whatnot, you know? You actually get to see that on film.
What about the Imperial March actually being in the universe?
I thought that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
That was the Phil and Lord Miller cut would have been so much better. I'm sorry, but it's true.
I agree with that. Yeah, I feel it would have been immensely more entertaining and more joke filled, but Ron Howard did a good job.
All right, let's see.
We went from atheism to Solo. Good job, guys.
Nice.
I remember someone told me that like literally every single Star Wars fan she knows is a good Christian, so that's something to say.
Is an orange man bad?
Remember when people like were saying that the ending of Rogue One was edited to be more against Trump or something, but that turned out wasn't true.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I haven't seen much of Star Wars, aka I've only seen Episode 4, but I saw this one clip that someone mentioned in a compilation video. It was like this one scene where Kylo Ren and Rey were like fighting in this giant red room. I'm saying this right now, the fight choreography and action in that was pretty damn good.
Really? Because there's people saying, so if you slow down the video, you can see that this person is trying not to hit Rey. So
Oh,
it's really
no,
bad.
yeah.
Guess what? In the heat of the moment, it's amazing. That's one of the best Star Wars action sequences ever. Fight me.
Oh, I agree. I own that Lego set that represents that scene too, because I really love that scene.
Also, one of the best Star Wars action sequences ever. The Kessel Run.
I think I enjoyed more the
Hey Beckett, are you all right? We just lost a cannon. It really hurt my thumbs.
I think I really liked the middle part of the movie, or well, the end of the end of the beginning and everything in the middle. I think I loved more than anything because I really liked.
Yep. Kira
I
Killen?
really liked Solo in the battle, and I really wish we could have seen a lot more, but we didn't really. And then I liked the battle in the train too. That was cool.
You find yourself in need of work, find me on Tatooine. What's on Tatooine? Big shot gangster. He's putting together a crew. That'll be the one. One? My last score. Still got some debts to pay before I can get back to Gleon Sam and play that Valakor.
I think that's the only. I think that's one of the big problems of Solo. I think it just set itself to be a trilogy, but it just bombed at the box office, which
Would have been a great trilogy.
faces. I know,
I would have loved it to have been a trilogy.
but it won't be, or at least
Not for a while.
not-
It deserves to be.
It's just that Star Wars isn't Marvel. See, the reason Marvel can pump out so many movies is because that's how comic books are, where comic books have like a lot of issues released in a short period of time, and then or maybe one issue of one series of comics, and then there's another series and whatnot. And Star Wars isn't like that. Star Wars is not based on anything. It was a movie series. That's how I look at it. But Bob Iger, aka the current CEO of Disney, doesn't really take much risks. So I don't know what. He probably didn't even know that.
Good old Bob Iger. If you listen to the Weekly Planet, you'll get this reference. Mason, yeah.
We have
Bob
talked a
Iger,
lot
your
about
dad,
this, a lot
was
of
pushed
stuff
off.
in the stream.
Mason, yeah. Bob Iger, your dad, was pushed off of a flight of stairs into an active volcano. Oh, okay. But, like, why would they have the flight of stairs over the volcano? I don't know, Mason. I don't understand this. You just pushed off into an active volcano.
Why
Your-
does that voice sound like you're giving him a small penis?
Oh, your dad's dead, Mason. Oh, no.
Can we talk about how like the Big Bang Theory is ending?
Big Bang
Yes,
Theory is
thank
good.
God.
Fight me.
Literally, thank God.
Big Bang Theory is a good show.
I'm a little sad it's ending. I really like the Big
It's a
Bang
good
Theory.
show, but like a lot of its later episodes were just.
I think I saw a more recent one where like Sheldon's sister was visiting, right? I don't know how
Yeah.
recent that is. Fuck, there was this one joke. I was watching with my mom, right? And there was this one scene where like I think Raji, I think his name is.
Holy
Raj.
fuck! His sister's actually pretty hot.
Raj.
Yeah, Raj. But like what happened was he came in like I think he took Medicaid, like he took penis erection pills in that episode, and like they started wearing off like as he walked in, like he was just going.
No. That wasn't penis erection pills. That was pills that he could talk to women with.
Yeah.
That was season 1, dude.
Hey Ryan, that's something we both need.
Yeah. I
Because
need the more than
Raj,
usual. I
the
need to like,
character
I need to
of Raj
overdose
on
on
that
action.
show,
Pills.
the character of Raj on that show can't talk to women without, some form of alcohol in him.
Oh.
At least until the later
Just-
seasons when he overcomes it.
At least like it's like at the end it's like
Yeah. He goes,
Wha-
thank you. I appreciate.
Appease.
Appreciate. Oh, sweetie, is your medication wearing off? He's just shaking his head, yes.
Oh, hi there. I've been hoping to see you.
Speaking of Indian people, what do you guys think is going to happen this season in The Simpsons? Are they going to kick a poo out or no?
Oh, probably.
I
I
don't
hope
care
not.
about The Simpsons.
I mean, just
I saw the Lego episode. It was pretty good.
It was okay. It was kind of overhyped.
This isn't
there
beer.
was a
Beer
lot.
is plastic circles.
There were a lot of stuff I think they could have done better though. It would have been a lot funnier.
But God, just I need to catch up with The Big Bang Theory because it's honestly a really good show. It's like next to it's like one of like the TV classics, right next to Parks and Rec and The Office. Those are like
I own every season of Big Bang on Google Play currently.
I really hope it's not on Netflix. I don't think it is it?
No.
No,
If you have
probably on Hulu.
if you have it's not on Hulu. If you have CBS All Access, it's on there, which is
Don't have that.
their streaming service.
I don't think I have Netflix because I mainly keep up with a bunch of Netflix originals, which
And Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth, yeah. I heard they might be putting Genlock on there.
We're on Netflix.
Yeah, supposedly.
Guys,
Bad idea.
we have officially passed the runtime for Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
Which
At
is
World's
how long?
End for this stream. We've streamed for 2 hours and 50 minutes. We're officially better than the third Pirates film.
Good.
I mean, there's a lot of
Another
movies
Pirates
that-
film.
that we-
Now we need to be better than the fourth one and the fifth one.
We need to be better than
We are
Infinity
better
War.
than
We
the
need to
fourth.
go for a
We were
little
better
while
than
longer.
the fourth one when we started. That fourth one is terrible.
And it was made because, well, money.
Hey, the fifth one's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the best one since one. And
I
then-
heard they were gonna reboot it because they didn't want Johnny Depp in it
because
anymore.
Johnny
some
Depp
shit.
is an idiot.
Why is it? Because he's a libtard?
No, it's because he has a spending problem.
Doesn't surprise me.
Probably owns like
Yeah.
a million exotic scarf stores.
Thin Men Tell No Tales made that much of the box office? It's nothing.
It made
Well, at least
it made a decent amount.
US. 172 million in a 230 million budget is not that great.
Didn't make its budget back, but-
And let you take me on
True,
your
true.
ride.
Hey, at least they ended on a good note and not 4. So if it had just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, it just would have went downhill.
The second one was the one that made the most money.
The second
Dead
one,
Men.
second
No,
one's the
shut-
worst out of the original 3.
Oh, really?
I like 3 a whole lot more than 2. Because in 3 we get more Barbosa.
Oh no!
because
Oh, it's
in,
even more cringy.
because in 3 we get more Barbosa and Barbosa's Bay.
Guys, do you know who watched Spider-Man 3? The original Spider-Man 3.
You mean the bad one?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know that cringy scene was emo Peter walking around and like just like fucking like that dance he does outside of that building.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if this is worse, if this is funnier or worse, but someone did it, but they took out all the music and put like regular sounds of him walking and stuff like that, like as if it's placed in real life.
Ew, no. I don't
Oh,
like
the
that.
cringe.
Man, Spider-Man 3, what a classic.
What a franchise killer.
Just kidding, it's bad. Oh, I just
I
thought
mean,
of,
this-
I just thought of another overrated movie, Spider-Man 2.
Really? What's wrong with Spider-Man 2?
A lot.
I thought it was fine.
It's a bloated mess. Villain's good. I think the movie is overly harsh on Peter. It's too long for its own good, and Mary Jane is a terrible person.
Yeah, but she's kind of hot, so, I mean,
That doesn't make her a good person.
doesn't matter. She's still pretty
I'm not
hot.
saying some guy's attractive despite the guy. Some guy murdered like about like like an orphanage worth of kids, and then like but he's attractive, so he's fine.
You know a lot of women do that, right? Like,
They
They're- no,
murder,
no, like,
they murder orphans? Yeah.
A lot of women. I mean,
who wouldn't murder children?
hold on.
I mean, I got mad on Twitter once and I burned down the local Catholic orphanage. Does that make me a bad person?
Yes.
no.
Who cares?
Yeah, but I'm still hot, though.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, I'm literally on fire right now.
I'll be back.
Oh, it's just you and me.
Yeah.
Back.
Oh.
And now we have a Mexican standoff.
Why? Who's the other Mexican?
No, it's
I
three
don't
of
know.
us. You can't have a Mexican standoff with less than 3 people. Haven't you seen a Quentin
You can't have
Tarantino
a
movie?
Mexican standoff with just one Mexican.
Haven't you seen a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Of course I have. One of my favorite movies is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Mexican
Well, that's like
standoff.
everybody's favorite, so.
Yeah, but it's so good, damn it. I love it. Same with Django Unchained, Inglourious Bastards.
Django Unchained is his best work. Don't at me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's really cliche to say Pulp Fiction is his best, but like I honestly really like it.
Look, Pulp Fiction's really good, but Django's really good. So is Hateful Eight.
Oh, I love Django. I haven't seen Faithful
Super
8 yet.
excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's his latest directorial debut that comes out this year, and I'm so hyped. My first Quentin Tarantino movie I get to see in theaters. I hope it's 3 hours long, and I bring a bucket so I can piss.
Oh gosh, don't even remind me of that. Oh gosh, I'm not talking about that. Nope, I'm not gonna talk about it.
What, the time you pissed in a bucket?
Nope, I'm just not gonna say anything.
Dude, it's not hard.
No, it's not that. It's even worse.
Oh, you mean when the time someone threw a bucket of piss onto you?
Nope.
That happened to me once in
You
19...
threw a bucket of
But
That
you
happened
threw
to
a
me.
bucket of piss on someone?
But in that topic,
That-
one time I was in this play in this one facility.
Oh God!
During our break, there's like this bridge part that takes it from one side of the building to the other, and I was in the middle of it, and I needed to spit, and I'm like, and I decided to spit like right down. But what I didn't know was that there was an Asian family like going under the, and they all looked up, and the one kid started to look up, and my spit landed on his face.
Oh!
And right as it landed in his face, you could hear it go like, and then no, that's not even worse. You can hear the family go like, oh, like right when it landed on him.
Oh!
And an entire family of Asians spit on me in 1995. They're dead now.
So embarrassing now.
So embarrassing that I murdered them. Demonetized.
Demonetized.
No,
I mean, that
let's
wasn't
be
the
for
story I
real.
was gonna tell, but no, it's a lot worse.
Let's be for real. This stream
you guys
got
ever-
demonetized like when I started. Every stream I've ever done gets demonetized, so.
Well, what can get it demonetized more? How about if we say, you know what?
Necromancy?
Hmm?
Nathan Igger?
Well, I mean, remove the Ethan part.
I won't say it, but I don't want people mistaking me saying the second part of that word to the actual one. So
Yeah, but, we're not actually saying it. It's just Nathan and your last name is Igger.
it is.
Yeah,
I can-
convenient.
That's that.
Convenient,
Nathan,
right?
how have you not said it yet when you're in school? Some people are gonna be like, how do you,
Convenient,
how do
right?
you
So
pronounce your
on
name?
his report card it says N. Igger.
So we're here to talk about your student Nathan Igger.
It's like, sir, it's like your parents can call them when they. It's like, sir, madam, we're gonna have to talk about your child's name.
Mr. and Mrs. Igger, we have to talk about your
But your parents' names both start with N too. Nancy Igger and Nathaniel Igger. They decided to keep the tradition going.
No, I'll name my son Nope, I'm not gonna say it. Damn it. I wish I wasn't in this N-word band, but I am.
I wish.
Maybe I should call my son no, if I have a daughter, I'll call her Natalie Egger.
Or if you have a son, it'll be Nathan Igger III.
god, there's a whole generational family. That's what makes it even more fucked.
Excuse me, saying the N-word offends me. My family have had a huge history with that name. I would not like it if people would say that.
Can we talk about how much is... No, I shouldn't be talking about that. It's a real controversy right there.
Should we say how much what?
I was gonna talk about
Well, you know what?
Astrology. It's stars.
I mean, it's not real.
And hey, you should like lower yourself down a little bit, like Lego Lover.
You know what? Captain Rex says you can't say the N-word.
Lego Lover, lower yourself down a little bit.
Never.
Can I say the N-word? I mean, my name starts with the letter N.
Well, I don't know. Can you?
Why do you
Yeah, I
think he's,
can, but I've decided not to.
he's pointing his blaster at you? He says you can't say the N-word.
Well, I'll be damned.
And if Captain Rex says you can't say the N-word, you best damn well not say the N-word. Oh. Also, Commander Wolf thinks you can't say the N-word either. And he's missing an eye, so he knows what he's talking about.
Redacted name. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say the N-word. Redacted name. No, don't do it. I'll do it and I'll kick you from the group.
No, don't do it, son. Here, Ryan, I won't go down from the camera, but I'll lift the camera up.
Oh snap! It's not on stream, is it?
No, this is on Discord.
Worth a shot. Look at that! Look at that sexy beard of his.
No, my HD webcam is hooked up to the one on the stream.
Wait a minute. The decline of Redbox. Since when has Redbox been declining?
Since digital media.
Since the end of the world.
I love how I go to the stream to check the chat, and the first ad I get is a ad of Ty Lopez telling you how to be rich. Holy shit! This actually is not on stream. Huh, that's cool.
I told you it wasn't. I have two
No, I
webcams.
just wanted to check because I remember the camera was on the stream, so I was like, huh.
Yeah,
Wonder how
I
that
haven't
works.
touched the HD webcam. Or the 1080p one. I'm using the 720p one for Discord.
Webcam girls, yeah. So this, speaking of girls, this girl was supposed to call me about when we're gonna meet for Lego Movie 2, but I guess not.
Did she post on her Snap a paragraph of her saying, "Man, I wish somebody was in my life right now to put up with my bullshit," when someone was in her life, but she rejected them and said, "Don't talk to me"? That happened to me.
Well, even then, I wouldn't even accept. I wouldn't even get with a girl that wants to be like that, knowing about how long.
True story, by
girl's
the way.
part
The
of
girl
her
that I was seeing, she recently broke up with a dude. Broke up with her. I don't know the details, but she put on her Snapchat this paragraph saying, "Man, I really wish somebody was there who would text me after long hours when I haven't even replied. Man, someone like that would be loyal." And I'm sitting there thinking, you left me on delivered for 3 days straight, woman. I'm the one trying to talk to you, and you're the one telling me not to talk to you because you're saying, "Well, I'm going through some stuff." I
Well,
get
who knows?
that.
Maybe she's a lip card.
I get that. I understand you're going through stuff, but like, don't put that on your Snap story because it makes you look really hypocritical. And she won't ever see this because she doesn't know I do YouTube, but like,
I'm now scared about this considering my first ever date's tomorrow. Now I'm scared.
how do you think I
Was
feel?
the girl
Ryan?
Latina, Ryan?
I'm 19. Still have
yes.
never been on a real date at 19.
I've never.
Wait,
gone
Ryan,
either.
you're into Latinos and you didn't tell me? Jeez, I
I
feel betrayed.
told you before. You're the one. You're going out with a Latina tomorrow.
That's true.
Well, he
That's
thought he
true.
was.
This time she's full on Latinos, so.
Mine Taff.
Well, it seems like she'd like me more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but You're like half vanilla, half chocolate. All right.
That's
Dude, my mom
racist.
isn't even like dark skinned. You've seen her.
I have.
Does your
I mean,
mom's
I
an
remember.
anti-vax?
Damn, I really wish I still had a job. I would have gotten like so many stuff to complete my Lego collection.
Lego collection, more like bankruptcy.
I am bankrupt right now. I only have $30 in my wallet.
Can we get an F in the chat for Nathan?
Yes, please, because I lost my job because manager never told me shit and somebody threw a plate in front of me.
Oh look,
That
we
sucks, so
actually
they got
have
an Amazon Prime
we
membership.
have a question in the chat. Gumrubber wants to ask, how did you see How to Train Your Dragon 3? It's supposed to come out February 22nd. Because Gumrubber, my buddy got tickets to a early screening of How to Train Your Dragon 3, and he took me with him. That's all.
I would have loved to see that early, but I never seen any movie on early release. Now I think about it,
It's so
I
good.
wanted to watch Lego Movie 2, but I couldn't because
it was like on like
Yeah.
the worst time possible. It was like a weekend out of random on in like 2 in the afternoon.
well, it was on a Saturday, and since I'm Seventh-day Adventist, I can't
Yeah,
I can't watch
Not
it.
to mention, wasn't it like in LA?
No, it was not that far away from me. It's
Oh.
just like I said, it's just that I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and then it's just against my religious code, I guess you could say. Same with eating pork and all that crap.
But you're not
Yeah,
Jewish.
do you guys know that the Bible says you can eat giraffes but not pork?
But you're not Jewish.
No, but it's because Seventh-day Adventists have to follow the most of them are vegetarian, but I just decided to just eat fish. So and even then, if I had the chance to eat meat, I would just eat turkey and chicken. Beef and pork just don't look appetizing.
Beef is like the greatest gift ever.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, my
big
mom never
old-
allowed me to eat it, so I wouldn't know.
big old
But
classic American cheeseburger is like the best thing ever.
I will say this though. The pork that they prepared at the restaurant I used to work at actually looked really appetizing.
Pork is amazing.
But it was good it looked good because they added like an egg on top of it, and it looked like so saucy, and it looked really, really like.
It
prepared.
looks sassy.
That sounds delicious. When I go back up there, you need to take me to that restaurant.
Well, I'm not going to take you there, Ryan, because I don't want to go back.
Because he got
Okay.
fired.
I'll go there
Yeah.
myself.
I'll go there myself, and
Good
Nathan
luck.
can wait out in the lobby.
No, you'll be a dog. I'll just tie you outside of the fence. I'll tie you to a fence post outside.
If he's
I
a
mean,
dog,
how
does
much
that
are you
mean
willing
that-
to give up for that pork, Ryan? You have to give up like a good amount of money. That restaurant ain't cheap.
How much is it?
It's like $25 maybe.
25? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. If I had a guess, I wonder if they have an opening for Food Runner right now. I'm so curious.
Have you guys seen the Have you guys seen like those DVD slips at Walmart that been Legofied, like the holographic ones?
No, because my Walmarts suck.
Basically, it's like to Lego Movie 2, like they did the same thing with Deadpool, but like as you move, like the holographic screen changes to like a Legofied
Oh,
version.
I know. I've seen videos of them. I want a few of them, but nope, none of my Walmarts have them.
Dude, I didn't know about that. That's really cool. Like, what movie?
Mainly DC because DC's in there.
No, they
Yeah,
have
no
all the
shit.
Harry. No, they have all the Harry Potters. Pretty much every single one of the DC EU films that are released currently.
It's like so cool. I guess since like me and Nathan are seeing tomorrow, let's talk about a little bit of Lego Movie 2 and like what we can expect and what we
No
hope to expect. from it.
spoilers, and no, I'm not
No,
gonna
let's
talk
just talk
about
about
it.
what we hope to expect. You know.
I hope.
So
I hope.
I think
I
the
hope
thing we're
to
all
expect
hoping
that
for-
at the end of the movie, everyone starts fading away because they're victims of the snap.
Oh my god.
If that doesn't
You're-
happen, I'm gonna leave disappointed. Lucy, no,
That'd be
come
interesting
back.
if movie that
Emmett, I don't
wasn't
feel so good.
that.
No, it's Unity. Like Emmett, I don't feel so good.
Hey, Emmett, man, I don't feel so good.
God.
Fading away in style. Batman never dies.
Oh, sorry to interrupt conversation, but Ryan, that pork would be $22.
22. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Better be some
now.
damn good pork.
Well, from the people that I've eaten there, they said it was pretty good. So
Then I'm gonna go there right now, booking my plane ticket.
then you're going to have to deal with us libtards here in California.
Oh man, yeah. Can I get takeout?
Can you deliver halfway across the
I
country?
would say yes, but that was one of the reasons I got fired because of Grubhub.
So you do offer takeout? Hmm.
Yep. Man, I gone through the entire day and I didn't even finish most of this homework that I planned to finish. How great! Oh yeah. Speaking of Lego Movie 2, should I message this girl to tell her like,
You
hey,
really
call
should. If
me?
you're planning on going with her, like you really should.
Alright. That's the bad thing. Like, this is the same girl that was late 5 hours to meet me. I knew she wasn't gonna call me back.
Well, if you knew, that's your fault.
Damn it, this is what I get for trying to go with a girl that keeps
Dude,
forgetting
I
about shit.
remember when I went to see Once Upon a Deadpool with my friend Isaac, who's appeared in multiple videos on this channel. He was like 15 minutes late, so I sat in the theater lobby and watched Seinfeld on my phone till they came in. It was fun.
Damn, but apparently Seinfeld's too offensive now, so.
Yeah, well, the libtards can suck my balls. I don't care. They can catch a ligma. Ligma ball.
Can y'all, like, stop saying Ligma in the chat? I can't stand Ninja, he's kind of gay.
Anyway, we've pretty much run out of things to discuss in this stream. I mean, I think we've cleared the
Got
3-hour
7
mark.
people watching.
How many people do we have? 6 people watching, and we cleared the 3-hour mark. Sweet. This is the longest stream we've ever done in the history of ever. No one has streamed longer than me. I am the first one, and don't ever question it.
Well,
I mean, they're all like those 24-hour.
I said don't question it.
there's some even 48 hours.
That's it. I'm building a wall, and you guys are going out first.
Oh, it's all because we're not white, are we?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm white.
damn
Shut
right.
up.
I'm half white. I don't know what that means, but
That
I
means
guess
you're over
I'm
the wall,
fucking-
buddy. You're gone.
No, you're becoming the wall's garden gnome.
You're out of here.
You're
it's
becoming the
funny
wall's garden.
because my dad is like super conservative and my mom is like super middle.